Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Deus. Last time and the time before, because Garrett or Cameron, more accurately, missed a session. So you guys were within Polchania and escaping the law, and decided to, after doing some fuckery to try hiding your trail, decided to start heading west down to Larynx, where sorry,
The DM dies.
where Erlin's family is located. Originally planning to head along the Sapphire Road, at a point more west along. You guys also picked up a half elf who was in a bridal gown. The half elf spent some time with you, got into a fight, and after about a week, and getting to the western Free Cities, to the road to them more accurately, decided to walk up the road. And after about 500 meters, he looks back, didn't think any of you were looking, and disappeared. The party then, looking at the map, decided there was a coastal city they could take, potentially, and took the boats down to Mickey, the elven coastal city where trade does happen between the two. And while on their journey, they found a ship that had been attacked by pirates, and one of the survivors on this ship found that started screaming at Erlin in fear. Journeying down further, they managed to get to the coast, noticed on their way a large crater that was very smooth with a platform at the bottom, and noting that, they continued on to Larynx, met Erin's parents, had a talk about everything that's happened so far, and
Surprisingly wholesome.
then The next day, they decided that it was probably a good idea to start investigating the crater, due to just information they were aware of. Um, they decided to travel down the crater, and after some shenanigans where the old lizard folk zombie that Zoe's had been caring for had been used as a skateboard and ground down to its skull. And everyone getting to the bottom of the crater successfully found a large platform that had some very old corpses from creatures that had fallen over in here over the years. Inside this crater, while they were looking around, they noticed that the crater, the actual platform bottom, was inscribed as a huge room going from all sides. And in the middle, they found a plaque detailing a great beast with 7 leagues below. And not to open this platform. They did some investigation, tried to look for the rune around the platform. A skeleton was found that Zoe's promptly resurrected, and discovering that the skeleton was actually a elven child who had
We have
fallen
to
out
talk
here
about that.
many years before. The party then decided, due to just looking at the platform, that it seemed to have been a mostly magical construct, that dispel magic, instead of the rune mentioned on the plaque, was a good way to bypass the security. And Abraham casted the spell, managing to successfully pierce the high level of magic in the platform, and due to the fact that the platform was actually just holding the magic was holding the platform, well, it collapsed. The platform plummeted. They plummeted. The party, because they weren't able to avoid it, plummeted about 500 feet below, landing in a large web of a spider that really none of them had seen before, bright white, and seemingly able to jump between, disappear as it seemed to disappear. They got into a fight, managed to take it out, and in fear and just in panic, they went up to a platform which was the web was connecting to, and managed to take just a breather. And just before we left, one of the party members, I think it was Erelyn, just with passive perception,
It
was just able to notice a large 20-foot creature taking out one of these face spiders they had just taken. So this is where we leave off. You guys are on the side of a cavern, and if I've done this correctly, some of you might be able to see, some of you won't. Just for warning here.
I see myself, not at all, because I do not have dark vision.
Yes.
I can
So-
barely see.
Same! Actually, I can't even see me. Wait, where is me?
Get
Oh,
on
wait,
my
I think
level,
I see me.
Slice.
You're there.
You guys are in pitch blackness. You are aware of this very, very deep cavern to your right. You have not, none of you, looking down at it, can see the bottom.
Just for my sake, could you shade in the hole?
And also, Bailey, is it supposed to be super zoomed in on the foundry?
What do you mean?
Like, the bottom of the screen's cut off, and
Yeah,
yeah, it is meant to be.
yeah.
zoomed in that way.
There's
Okay.
because it just gets rid of all the crap that you don't need to see.
No, that's fair. It was just like I could just see the spinning
Whoops.
wheel at the bottom, but just like the top of it, and I was just like,
When I said shaded, that's not quite what I meant. Okay, so that's the hole, and I take it the bit on the other side is the wall.
Yes.
Okay.
tell
Oh.
that this was very well prepared.
I love it.
So
Don't
There's
follow
no,
me.
there's no
Who is
fill-in, there's no fill-in button on Foundry.
This Batman.
Sure, we can sit here for an hour while you fill it in.
No.
How the hell have we managed this? Anyway,
What?
let's stop nitpicking Lucas map.
Oh my god.
I'm so glad I cannot see this.
They don't even touch.
Like, it's
Whatever.
it's impressively like flat, the cut. Anyway.
Yeah. It's almost like part of it's being cut and pasted elsewhere.
It hasn't amusing.
Alright. So Aaron and Herd, shit going on. Have you relayed this to us?
Yes, I do believe we ended with me relaying it to you.
And I believe
Alright.
quietly.
What? What do
Garrett-
you mean? What do you mean there's things fighting?
Garrick's gonna light a torch and throw it about 20 feet, 30 feet ahead.
I'm gonna fucking wrestle him to stop him from doing that.
Yeah, I'm going to do the same.
I'm gonna move Timmy away from
Don't
Garrett.
light a torch. It's just gonna highlight where we are.
I can't see shit!
Well, myself and Erilyn can. You'll just have to rely on us for now.
And what if we
Abra-
get
Ab-
attacked?
Abram's like, I
If
can't
we
read
get
the
attacked,
description in the dark.
Torch up as much as you want. Because if we get attacked, they know where we are.
Valid point.
Whose idea was it to come down this cave anyway?
I wouldn't say it was anyone's idea to come down here like this. It just kind of happened.
Can
The
Abraham
foolish.
can Abraham feel around him because Abraham can't see anything.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a perception check.
Garrick's just gonna close his eyes and try and listen.
Oh,
out.
more actually, what are you trying to feel around for?
I will also point out to
I'm
Garrett
trying
that
to
he
find a
is
person.
on the edge.
I'm trying to find
Say
a
again?
person.
A person?
Yeah.
Give me
I
an
can't see
investigation check. Just, yeah.
I went to the stream and I tried to move the map around like
Hey.
I was on boundary.
You know, I will be honest, I have done that many times, just over the fucking time.
Yeah, Garrick would also like to close his eyes and just listen and just see what he can pick up.
Alright,
Like,
give me
if he
a
can pick up
perception
dirt.
check, Garrick. And what was your investigation check?
8.
8. Okay. So, sorry, my throat is fucking dying. Garrett, Abraham, you're able with relative ease. You can find Zoe's behind you and Oben to your back right. But as you're kind of placing your hand on the ground, you feel a bone underneath your hand. You feel it just brush against, and it's not an old bone. It feels like it's it got a bit of a flesh still on it.
It's definitely not Timmy.
Like you feel just a bit
Okay.
of a squidge against your finger.
Thank God I've got chainmail on. So I like tap Zois.
Well,
Zois,
yeah,
is that you?
yeah.
So you can't see in the dark, can you?
No, I can. I got 60 feet of dark vision.
I can see just fine.
What
Um,
I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can reach into my backpack and grab some rope, so I can pass it to Zois, so he can like just lead me along.
Want me to do it so it's not behind you? We can reach your backpack easier.
That'd be easy. That'd be great, Zois.
Okay.
I'll do that. I will grab some rope.
Also,
also
I
gonna
rolled a
s-
Garrick.
21 on my perception.
Yeah.
So I like to imagine Garrick's done the whole thing of like putting the axe in the ground and putting his ear against it.
So, Garrick, you can hear, and I'm just thinking about this. So, what you can hear is a fairly large creature. You're pretty sure of this. You know that it's also seems to have, you're hearing it walk around, but it's a lot of footsteps between it. You're hearing this fighting.
So
which is-
many, like it's one creature but many legs.
Yes.
Cool.
And you kind of hear a squelching in that direction as well.
Those that have dark vision just kind of see like Garrick grimace a little bit, and I just say, "Well, it's definitely a large creature. It has many legs. There's also squelching. And I don't.
Didn't I actually see the thing?
You saw a brief shadow of it.
Do you know where it would be?
Yeah, I mean, I'd
Erlen?
wager that that's the big
Do I-
spider that Erlen saw
Yeah.
eating the spider it killed, right?
Yeah.
Do I have an idea of direction from?
Yeah, I was going to say, just James
Perception.
know what direction it would have been.
You know, guys, we've been through some shit, but I've decided
Around
that this
this
is the
area.
worst place.
Fair. Fair.
I don't know. I think I'd argue that the capital was worse.
So,
Capital's
does
fine.
Erlen know the direction? Because
Was
they've
it
got
though?
dark side, haven't they?
Was it?
Well, even with dark sight, I think the maximum that you guys have between you is 60 feet.
No, but what I'm saying is they've seen it, so that they know what direction it was.
Well, I've heard it, so I would have an idea. But do I have an idea?
Yeah, I put
Yeah.
down
I
a
just
mark.
want to
Can
know
you guys
where
see
it
that?
is.
Yeah.
It's around this
just
area.
I was too
Thank you.
zoomed in.
Ah.
Yeah, if you do shift click, it will like take us there. So
Oh my god, it does. Oh, I
it's
hate that.
helpful. When,
If we
'cause
were to
sometimes
look
it can be-
up, can we see the hole that we fell through? Like, the
Yes.
light coming in. How high up does that look?
500 feet.
I was gonna say, wouldn't there be
Hmm.
light like just in our immediate vicinity?
500
It's a
feet
lot.
quite far down.
Yeah, but light
Hey, no,
has a
you're
way.
not on a web.
Not on a web.
It was also a very small hole.
It was about 50 feet by 50 feet across this hole.
That's a big hole.
That's a pretty big hole. I thought the platform was a lot smaller than that.
I know. I did mention it.
I think it's plot sized.
No, it's always been 50 feet by 50 feet.
I guess I had
Nice.
15.
I smell a retcon.
I feel like it was smaller than that, but probably me
Nice.
mishearing.
Yeah, if it's 50 feet by 50 feet, I feel like there would be some light in our area.
if we
Well, this is not a perfectly vertical shaft. There is ridges and
Oh,
stuff.
okay. I just thought we were looking
talk
like
about
straight
multiple
up at the
shafts.
hole. Though saying that, I think if we had fallen 500 feet straight down, none of us would be walking.
Well, Zoyce and I didn't technically fall. I caught us.
Okay.
Thanks, dude.
The rest of you
Good for
did.
you.
I don't know if
can-
I don't know about you guys, but I think that he's chosen his favorite now, and it is definitely Zoy's.
No, you were just the smallest one.
Favorite and smallest.
Aubrun
yes.
is weak.
Thank you,
There's no way he would have carried anyone else.
What about Timmy?
Can I like sneak forward a little bit to see if I can try and see this thing if it's in front of us?
Sure. Give me you're sneaking. Can you give me a stealth check?
Yeah.
Aubrun, you did tell Garrick that he's right at the edge, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Which
No.
side is the edge?
Right side.
Okay.
Would it make
When the hell is
sense
my-
to put the two people that can't see
I can't move right now,
between us?
but I want to take a step left.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah, if you want to, because Erilyn and I are staying here, right? You're staying here, aren't you, James?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll put Abraham and Garrick between us, and we'll have Timmy
Aubrun,
backing him
you
up.
need some backup.
I'm just gonna
Maybe don't
take
put
a few
Gareth
steps
next to me.
forward and have a look, see if I can see a big nasty spider. I
Eh,
got an
eh,
18 on my sneaky sneaks.
Cool. Give me a
Everyone's
second.
just content here, just like
And
I'd
then
like
I'll
to read
just,
the book
like,
right now, but I can't.
Did
Right,
this.
Abraham,
I
if you
see
slide
something.
between Erilyn and I,
Okay, I'm going to move to the right.
and then I'm in this scenario. I've also done that rope thing that we needed to do.
Okay, but you remember, I still can't see anything, so I move to the
That's
right.
all right, I'll hold your
Like,
hand.
Is it okay? So am I correct sliding to the right?
Right and down.
What did you get again, Brandon?
I got an 18.
How do you
Cool.
move yourself?
Pretty
Okay,
good stuff.
I'll probably stop here. I think I'll go one more
Oh, there you go.
forward and then
Yeah, you're in
stop
there.
there.
Perfect.
Okay.
Wait, where's? I can't see Aubrun anymore.
You don't mind it.
So Aubrun,
Wait, did you not place it down?
I did place it down.
Okay.
It was stealthing when you guys got in, so it's bad. It's been eating Jiren since. So
Oh well, if I would have seen it, I definitely wouldn't have gone that close to it.
Is it
sorry, I wasn't aware you had moved so far forward. Basically,
Well, I was moving until I saw something.
Like just the out, like just the edge of
I'm
it.
just walking until I see something bump into it. Okay. So I could probably. I would have seen it here.
No.
You just, you know, those of you that can see him like sneaking forward, and then he just stops and just walks backwards. Okay, so it's literally a spider that's... He held his arms out. Imagine me on Garrick's shoulders. It's that big.
That's not that big.
It's pretty
Evelyn-
fucking big for a spider.
Evelyn looks really faint.
I'm
Gonna have a little...
So,
If I look down the edge, can I see the bottom?
I'm gonna look at everyone.
What, at the edge of the ravine?
Yeah.
No.
Oh god.
I'm just gonna look at everyone and just go, oh,
so
guys,
Aubryn,
no,
where are you? And you just see Aubryn's arms just flailing out. Like, where are you?
I just put my hand on your shoulder.
Who has a passive perception above 12?
yes, I believe I do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
James,
well,
James's will
12
be
is my
ridiculously
passive.
high, right?
So again, sorry. What'd you say, Dylan?
What?
What'd you say?
James's would be high, right? 'Cause he's
Yeah,
a
James is this high.
Yeah.
Also, mine is exactly a 12, if that counts for anything, in the dark.
So, whomever's got a passive perception 12 and above,
I'm pretty sure we all do.
you hear a kind of, from the ravine itself,
Oh God.
you can't really tell if it's above or below you, a kind of a zzz, and you hear a ting as like something seems to...
Oh no.
That's mostly what you hear. Just
Was the
zzz,
ting near us?
It sounds like
That
it's,
thing near us.
say, about 100 feet from you. You can't really, as I said, can't really tell directions or anything. And
Feet from us, you say? Okay. Could be towards
after
that.
a few, and this is distinctly
Oh my
it's
God.
within the
Jesus!
what?
The music.
Music.
Oh, right,
Not that loud.
No. It's more. It went from being absolutely normal music.
It's just really ambient and then bah!
You distinctly, it's from within the ravine itself.
Well, I mean, you said we didn't know if it was up or down, so it could be something above us shooting down at us.
True.
Which means it's not.
I'm just gonna look at everyone and just go,
Guys, we really can't stay here. We gotta do something.
I'm
After a-
happy to just make a camp here, honestly.
After a few more seconds, you hear another zzz, ting, and it sounds like it's about 30 feet closer.
Well, you know what, lads? Fuck this. I pull out my rope and I cast rope hut and I climb inside the rope hut. Everybody up. We're sitting in here for an hour.
I'm in. Say less, I'm in.
Okay. Does everyone go in there? Can everyone fit in there?
Yeah, it fits up to 6 creatures, I believe.
There are exactly 6 of us.
Yeah. If
That's
not,
it.
Timmy can stay outside.
I'm a big specimen.
No.
I will then pull up the rope and we are, like, you can't see us.
Can we see out?
We can see out, question mark?
Can you hear out?
I'm looking.
I'm looking.
I'm just gonna ask everyone who's got the lowest armor.
I'll be honest, Dylan.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine it's you.
Oh, we can hold 8 people.
Yeah, I'm up.
I'm gonna cast mage armor on someone because
Yeah, so we can see out of it as if by a window, so I'd imagine that we would hear in the same sort of sense, like if it was through a window.
Gotcha. So there's nothing blocking you in perceptions. So
Not that it says.
you hear, after another couple seconds, another ting. And at this stage, it sounds like it's about 20 feet down the ravine.
I feel like I just saw something there.
You saw nothing. Literally haven't done anything. I've not touched the screen at the
Oh,
second.
oh, something happened up here. It might have been the loading symbol.
And
Bailey really wants to spot it early.
Apologies, gentlemen. What has been discussed that I have missed?
We
Yeah,
are
we just
now
checked.
in a hut.
We are in a hut.
A hut is a generous description.
No,
It's like an invisible room. We're in my rope trick.
Oh, we're in the rope trick.
everyone with blind sight, because I imagine now you're all looking at this area.
With blind sight.
What?
Not blind
Dark
sight. Dark
vision?
sight. Sorry. Dark vision.
Dark side.
Dark
That's
sight.
hunt.
I've been playing too much fucking Hunt, man. You. Sorry. You.
You.
Will see about 3 grapple hooks coming up the
Oh.
sides on here. You see them kind of like hook onto the edge, and you see 3 humanoids seem to be pulling themselves up. 2 of which look like they intentionally seem to be wearing kind of darkened clothes, very much of the atmosphere. Another of which is also wearing these clothes, but their heads looks like you see like 8 legs protrude from their heads with what looks like a spider body on there.
Oh, good.
On their
good.
head.
Oh, good.
What?
We found
Our,
some, like,
our
weird
character. This is
spider
either a
tigers.
trophy or a cult.
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna look at the other 2 that have dark vision and just go.
Guys, you see that?
I imagine I'm kind of
What do you see?
explaining what we see as we
So
see
we've
it.
either stumbled upon a cult or these are hunters.
I'm gonna
Abraham,
tell Timmy to look away.
My bet with what we have seen and come across, this is a cult because we do not
Yeah,
get
there's a
lucky
good-
enough to find people
There's a
that
good
would help
chance
us.
that they fell down here and got stuck, but I am inclined to agree with you that yes, help is very few and far between.
This is more likely a cult, but at the same time, if you guys can see,
Who knows? They might
Maybe
be
they might
cannibals.
start
It could be even worse.
yeah. Well,
These
if
aren't
they-
accurate, by the way. I just can't seem to find a good model for these.
If they start attacking the giant spider over there, then we know. Then we jump down and help. If they start worshipping the spider, then we may have more people to kill.
I mean,
so the grappling down from the top, not up.
if
the
we
grabbing
wanted
from
to
the bottom
100%
and up.
make enemies, I could throw something out that makes a noise, and then that big spider would come over.
No, that's a good idea. See what happens.
No, one second. I like tap Oberon. I can cast light on a rock and you can chuck it at him.
I
That
could
would
try.
help
While
people like me and him.
you're doing this,
Also talking as quietly as possible.
I mean, if you
Just
wanted to
want to
cast
step
light
back.
on something in here, you can.
Yeah, but
It
then throw
doesn't-
the rock
like, you
at
won't,
it.
yeah, you won't be able to see, like, people can't see it outside.
And they hear
Yeah,
us.
but I'm sure.
No.
Wouldn't we be able to see inside this room anyway? Because like it would.
I would
just lit
assume so.
up. I'm more meaning the out part.
It doesn't say that you can. So,
Let's just go with you got like a little warm half there that we
I'm
can
imagining
kill.
it like a Pokemon secret base.
I
so
don't know what that's like.
while you are discussing, you see them kind of. They look like they're pulling up ropes from below, and you see on their hands they seem to have contraptions that seem to be like designed for holding these ropes.
Are these
and-
guys Spider-Man?
You also notice that in their other hand, you see a kind of a spear that looks like it's got 3 holes kind of going down the middle of it.
I'm sorry if you guys can hear that beeping.
And they look like they're looking like they're trying to go into a more sneaky, more stealthy mode to say, like, you know, you see them kind of trying to quiet their footsteps, and they're looking towards the spider. Or more accurately, they're looking in that direction. You don't see that they don't seem to be like pinpointing it accurately.
Hey guys, they're definitely looking towards the spider. There's a good chance that they can see in the dark.
I feel like they're hunting it though.
I don't know, it looks like they're being wary of it, rather than hunting it.
Ain't no risk.
We
Throw the light.
could be in luck for once.
Do we want
But
to
I'm
just start a fight rather than having a diplomatic solution for once?
No. I'm saying we
They
wait
wouldn't
here.
know it's us.
If they start fighting, we go and help. If they don't start fighting, then we stay up here until they fuck off.
I mean, yeah, if they start fighting, I'll poke my head out and ask if they want to.
This could work.
If they
'cause
refuse, we hide.
They can't get in here, right? And how long does this last?
An hour.
Shit.
I mean, it's a pretty long time if they start fighting.
Yeah, but
Otherwise
I'm
they might
also.
Piss off.
An
It'd
hour,
be really,
and-
it'd be
yes,
really
but
funny
I'm
if
more
they start
worried if they
making
start
camp
worshipping
underneath
it.
us.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
start cooking up some sausages, you know.
All Abram's going to say is, I can't see anything, so your guys' discretion.
I mean, right now they're not doing much.
But I was just about to say,
I'm not
until
saying
when I actually
diplomatic
find my fucking
solution.
dice,
Let's
but
just
apparently
wait
I've
and see
lost.
what happens, because the last time
Oh yeah,
every
no,
other
for sure.
time
I'm
we've
not
gotten
engaging
involved
until
in-
they do something.
Good. I just wanted to be clear, because I really
I'm
don't
happy
feel
to
like...
just sit in the hut.
Me too. I have to say, fights have not really gone our way previously.
If anyone's
Also-
looking, Erilyn is just visibly just at the back, as far away from all of this as
Maybe
possible.
we could throw the little kid out. Because...
Don't you dare touch Timmy.
I think Timmy's been through enough.
Timmy is my son. I'll send
I-
Timmy back to
He
sit
fell
with
down
us.
a crater and then starved to death, and now he's a skeleton.
Yeah, so
Let's
should
give
we
him this
leave
new
him
lease on
be?
life.
Yeah, but
Yeah, he's
should
got
we
to live
leave
his
him...
best life now.
You watch the three of them basically go into kind of a formation. You look like the one with the spider head seems to be going first. Two of them seem to be one to the left, one to the right flank. And you see them start.
Sorry.
You see them seem to pull out a torch, not lighting it yet, but it looks like they are kind of walking into the darkness and just kind of holding it for a second. And is anyone doing anything? Just want to confirm.
Maybe they
Watching.
don't have dark vision.
Let me tell you something. I can't see, so I
I'm imagine Oberon is explaining all of this as it happens.
I am
It's just
so
like a running
confused.
commentary. And now they're in a V formation. They are walking, but they seem blind.
Pulled out a torch.
Okay. I just saw something very cruel. Who's got very good decks and who would like to shoot an arrow at a fire arrow at the torch to light it?
I look at Erilyn. I just
Erilyn's your
immediately
man.
turn and look at Erilyn.
Erilyn
I
fires
looked
one
at
of the
Erilyn.
explosive bolts.
Everyone looks at Erilyn.
Don't do that. Don't do that. That's a terrible idea. You're meant to be a cleric.
To be fair,
He has kind of accepted his fate in this form of being a friend of ours.
Okay, it does look like their formation is
hang on.
still moving, and they're probably going to go and fight the spider. I see a weird line emanating from one of them.
shit. Hang on. Do they look like they
It's got
can't see the
numbers.
spider?
I don't know. Do they look like they
Do we
can't
re-
see the spider? I mean, they're moving up in formation to where the spider is.
I say let them do what they want to do.
I'm just gonna yell out, "There's a spider ahead!" If they're friends, then they'll fight it, I guess.
What, do you actually yell that out?
Yeah, I poke my head out, just yell it in their general direction, and hide back in it.
Okay.
What's happening now?
Oh,
Ron?
why?
Why? Why?
Why
Everything
would
was
you
going
do this,
so
Cameron?
well. Everything was going so well.
Right, I'm
Come
gonna
on.
get Timmy to restrain.
Give it a second.
I don't think Timmy's restraining shit. He's a skeleton.
Well, me and Timmy, maybe we still wouldn't be able to do it, but you know.
Worth the try.
Just Garrick does that, and I just face palm.
These guys were just about to do something just to work out how that impacts what they do. And
This is
Like,
a bad
what?
idea.
They were just about to stop and go, oh, it looks safe. We can make a camp.
Either that, or like they were about to go and attack it, and then I've just.
You've just told
Well,
it where they
killed
are.
them.
I'd say at the second that you kind of called it out, it looks like one was doing something and succeeds at doing it, which is lighting a torch. It looks like they were in the position to do something with the torch, but you see them all kind of turn around.
What to look at the voice?
Yeah, just that there's nothing
Yeah,
in
there's just nothing there.
it.
When they turn
Um,
around, they are all beset on by a spider.
Well,
They just look around, just stare in their face. Uh-oh.
This is not a good idea.
as they turn around for a split second,
Oh,
Oh, for the love of shit, Garrick, we're gonna have to get involved now.
What have you done?
It's basically our fault.
I'm just gonna look at Garrett.
I'm
and just-
okay with
Zoe's-
this.
Zoe's gonna go, what the fuck was that?
If they're friends, they'll fight it. If
Yes,
they're a
I'll
cult,
also turn to you
it
guys
will
and like,
eat them.
That's the spider, by the way.
Yeah.
15 foot by 15 foot.
I'm guessing
Let's
if
go.
we poked
I want to cry.
That's gigantic.
It's a big spider.
So I'm being dive bombed by a fly.
So, I'd like everyone to roll initiative.
I wonder why.
Give me a second. Let me just get.
Wait, we're
some
rolling
pictures.
initiative.
Yeah.
They can't
Yeah.
see us.
There's
but-
still a combat happening.
Oh.
And we're
Right.
kind of
Don't
there.
don't roll it yet. Just give me
Oh,
a second, just
Ignore
so I
that
can
then.
talk
I'll
through
roll.
it.
I'll,
Ignore that
I'll
one.
yeah, we'll all re-roll. Oh, I need to roll
Did
my
you
actual
guys roll
dice.
bad?
No, I actually rolled alright. But
Oh,
I'm just
okay.
going to ignore it and then roll my actual dice.
Cool. Run a counter. Right.
Oh my god, I
So-
forgot about Jemima Fat Rabbit. Jesus Christ.
Huh?
I have a character called Jemima Fat Rabbit.
Amazing.
Okay. Can I have people roll their initiatives?
I got 20.
I got exactly the same thing that I just rolled, which is 14.
Impressive.
I got 11.
14.
14.
Do you want,
Aaron,
do you want us to rock, paper, scissors?
James,
Yeah.
initiative.
Let me re-roll it. Oh, great. 4.
Take the first one. Take the first one.
Let me just
My
mark
first
these
one
guys.
was literally double that.
Yeah,
Amazing.
definitely take that.
Whose phone is that?
Mine.
Please move it away from your microphone. Or put it on
I can
silent.
hear it.
Please.
Fucking loud.
Ooh, nicely done.
He's talking to himself there. He rolled really well.
Good job, B. Yeah.
He actually just sounds like what's that Taika Waititi's character in fucking Marvel?
Thor? The Free Guy?
So,
In Thor.
the
Jojo
spider goes
Rabbit?
first.
Of course it does.
And
I will say this stream would be much more entertaining if Bailey's character didn't have dark vision.
What do you see? I see a cow with 8 legs.
so I think the spider would go for them. Try to avoid
Oh.
them. Okay. It's a hit.
I can't believe that we may have met one of the only people who might be friendly.
We don't know that yet. We don't know that.
I don't know. It's a
All we know
possibility,
is
though.
There is a possibility, James is right, and we've ended up shouting at them. And possibly dooming them.
They don't know
I
it was
gave them
us.
warning.
Garrick,
know
you're gonna
you
have
just
to.
alerted the
Garrick's
spider
gonna have to
where
put
they
on a
were.
voice when he talks to them if they're nice, so that they don't know.
Yeah, that's a very good rule.
We'll just say that there are voices in this cave.
Okay, then they'll definitely.
They
kill
look
us
like they
because
live
we'll
in
be
the
insane.
cave. They're gonna know
They'll
if there's
think we're
voices in the cave. It's like walking into someone's house and going, "Oh, weird. There's all this stuff. It wasn't here before. Crazy."
Crying.
Oh, dear.
I definitely didn't bring it here though. No, it wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Like openly puts it down in front of them. And goes,
Just like,
How
yeah.
did that get there?
That's weird. There must be a ghost or something.
Oh fucking hell!
Okay, you see, basically the spider does a big sink of a hit into this one with the spider head on her, and basically she kind of recoils, but like, she looks like she has a few seconds of like she seems to be like breathing hard, but manages to catch her breath.
Is this thing poisonous?
You don't know.
Zoe's just gonna turn over and go.
I'm allergic to spider bites.
Oldham, what's your dexterity?
My dex.
Yeah.
+4.
Okay, you're first. Could you? But yeah, it's your turn.
I can take my turn, yes. if you insist. I am gonna hold an action and see what the others do. So if someone else attacks the spider, I will poke my head out and use acid splash on the spider.
Okay. When you say someone else, you mean a friendly creature or just anyone attacks
One of
the spider?
us,
Okay.
One of us in the hut.
including Timmy. So basically, if anyone leaves the hut in any capacity, I will poke my head out and use acid splash on the spider.
Nice.
But for some reason, I could just see like a snake recoiling from itself and like just a head sticking out, and then just pull it back in.
Okay, so if that's is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Is that
Or
action?
putting an action.
I mean, yeah, I can run around the room a little bit.
Use up your movement.
But that is it.
Okay, so we then jump down to Spiderhead's turn.
Spider head. Spider head.
You see her kind of give a very
No,
quick
everyone is
look
spider.
behind them, thinking, "What the fuck was back there?" Like you see them kind of like, "What?" Then turn back around. You see the legs kind of like wave with the turning.
Oh, that's cool.
And you see her kind of wind up a grapple hook with the rope on the hand. See them kind of spinning it around, and they're going to use one of their abilities. And I'm trying to get his little dexterity.
Bailey,
Hello.
how high up are we in this hut?
I would have made it to probably about 15 feet.
Okay.
So you see them basically kind of wind up and throw their buddy grapple hook on top of this creature, and you see them try to pull down with all their strength, but looks like the spider is it resists a bit better. Then they
not friends.
What? Where are you getting this idea?
they're then going to call out in. Does anyone know Undercommon?
I don't think Garrick would.
No, I definitely
No.
don't.
No.
I know Sylvan, surprisingly.
I know Deep Speech and Daedric.
I have Gnomish and Goblin.
We're people of the world.
We're very
Look.
top heavy land. No, we don't like
So,
anything underground.
You hear them call out an Undercommon, and you you hear them calling out a language that none of you know. In theory.
Sounds like he's got a sore throat.
And you, it's the end of their turn. They can't really take an over action, and they don't really want to move away. Okay, then we jump down to Garrick.
Hasn't he already had his turn? He fucked
No.
everything up.
That was
Yeah.
before initiative.
Yeah, that counts. That's his turn.
No.
Okay, Garrick. All Garrick did was just call out, which is not even really an action.
Aw,
Yeah, Garrick would like to rage, and he's just gonna jump out the hut and then charge forward 40 feet.
I just like to think he got really annoyed about his own actions. Then ran
Like,
away.
Okay.
I can't believe I did this.
You take when you jump out said heart. Where's my dice?
Oh, fuck me.
I won't make you roll for going prone. Don't you know? With Garrick's strength and dex, I imagine he'd be pretty good with that. You take 1 damage half, which is not going to be cut half, so you take 1 damage.
Oh!
And he's gonna sprint up, taking that whole 1 damage.
That will trigger my held action. So.
That will.
Are you actually attacking? Because he said attacking.
No, I said if
Alright.
anyone leaves the hut.
He did specify that
Okay.
in any capacity.
So if the spider can make a dex save.
Yeah, sure.
If it can make a dex save.
Definitely make a deck, so.
I feel like a
Sure.
spider's fairly
Can
I don't think so.
Can a spider roll a die?
It has 8 legs, that means 8 chances.
I've got jump. I've got to take a roll
13.
8 times.
13 is a fail, so it's going to take 2d6 acid.
Aha!
Yeah,
That's sweet, right?
4 and 4, so 8 acid damage. I literally go. Bleh.
By the way, this person with the spider on kind of like basically swivels their head looking at you.
As I drop
With,
as well,
like-
while I'm running up, I'm screaming in my head. I'm like, "Ah!" running at this thing.
I feel like this is not the best way to greet these people as well, is to let Garrick sprint headlong screeching at them.
And yeah, when I get there, I'm gonna swing as hard as I can at the spider. Also recklessly because wait, is that
How much movement does Garrick have?
40 feet? And that was 40 feet from where I was.
Yeah, he was in front of
Yeah, he was in front of Milkshake.
True. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I was thinking of like rope trick because obviously you guys were coming from one thing. Probably should have decided what that actually was.
I don't think the hole is actually set. I can just lower the rope.
All right.
To be fair, I just jumped out.
Yeah. I say. Sorry. Just wanted to make sure. That's why I got me confused. Can you? Yeah. Roll to hit then.
Oh wait, so yeah, when I rage, I would have also gone into form of
Dark.
Quack,
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 quack.
motherfucker.
whack whack. Which one is it? It's
Look.
yeah. I'm growing a tail basically. I got a tail.
Okay.
I'll actually put my rage on,
That's
and
right.
yes, swinging. I did have reckless. I'm sure I took it. I just double check because it's been a while. Yes, I got reckless, so we'll attack recklessly.
Cool.
what does that do?
Makes me attack with advantage,
Oh,
They
nice.
get advantage.
but it
What it
means they
means.
get advantage against me.
Oh no.
But it's worth it. I think
Okay.
it's
Quite
advantage.
reckless. Whoa.
Oh boy.
Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah.
Weird. Garrick's rolling high.
I know. So that'll be a 26 to hit.
Sadly, that's a miss. I'm joking.
A little bit of wee came out.
I'm not gonna lie,
Um,
you said that too convincingly. Please
I-
never do that
yeah.
again.
Yeah.
I was
Oh.
mildly afraid. Oh,
Ah, that's more like
Oh.
it. That's more like
oh,
it.
there we go.
So Bailey, just to confirm, how much acid damage was that?
8.
8. Cool.
So this means it's now wounded, right? It's taken
I
some hit
don't
then.
think my
Yes.
rage bonus is on that though. I'll double check. Can't remember if I added these.
So is that 8 points of damage?
Do that.
It would only be +2 if I haven't done. Oh no, it is adding 2, so yeah, it is 8 total. I just want to double check my effect had the +2 on it.
Barbarians, man. Fucking hell.
I
Yeah, he
will
rolls a
also
1, got an
use
8.
My, I
Yeah,
got
it's
extra
pretty bad.
attack and smack it again because I can do that.
Do it again, Garrick. Do it again.
I'm gonna do it again, and that'll be a 24.
Hits.
Alright, well, we know a
Come
24
on,
hits. isn't
baby.
it?
Wait.
Okay,
Oh, you plus 8. Oh, yes. No, of course. Yeah.
Really
and
high.
that one is a 13.
I'm so used to getting you guys to roll with disadvantage. I honestly thought for a second, like, how the fuck?
Were you about to question how I'm at advantage?
Yeah, no. I was wondering how the
That's
hell
such a-
11
such a
wasn't the one
telling
that.
thing about this
Campaign.
this campaign, isn't it? You see an advantage. I was like, why are you taking the high one?
So it was 13, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm just gonna look at Spiderhead Lady and go, "Good day."
I'd hit- Oh,
She genuinely just looks confused. But I mean, even then,
What? the
can't see your
She won't
face.
have understood anything you've just said because she speaks undercommon.
Actually,
You never know.
Garrick, now that you're right next to them,
Yep.
this isn't like her head. This like it looks like she's hollowed out a spider.
Yeah, I mean, Garrick
That's
kind
more
of put
terrifying.
that together.
Oh wait, you were trying to make it sound like that was her. But I assumed that
No.
was a hat.
So did I.
I just wanted to. I just wanted to make it clarify. Because some of you sounded like you didn't. Like it sounded the other way.
No,
It definitely looks like she's hollowed out a spider, and she's like,
Do way more.
She does not
things now
look-
if They had a spider head.
Oh god, that's horrifying.
Oh, is that why
Much
you
worse.
specified that it waved when she turned?
Oh, what? It moved.
Yeah.
Well, it waved with the wind, so she
Yeah,
turned
but I
around with the
wasn't
legs.
too sure if that was like a deliberate, like, oh, it waved.
No, I just assumed it was just her moving, and it's just like sat on her head, and it just moved as she was moving.
That's what I assumed as well. But
I
it's-
never for once thought it was their actual heads.
I know.
That's a much creepier
But-
thought.
You get there and you find out it is their hair.
Once in a way.
It was actually a genuinely scary
But-
scream.
Like, you can't see their face, but you do see that they just genuinely, like... You see them kind of, like, give a kind of... You see them tilt their head, really, kind of like... What? Okay, so we jump down to the next person, unless you got anything else. You got... That's movement and action. A bonus action. I presume rage.
Bonus
is a
action
bonus
is
action.
rage.
Yeah.
But my tail is like, as I've kind of run up, and now that I've done a hit, the tail's now like down in front of my face a bit, like, you know, the helmet visor where it comes down the nose. It's kind of like that right now.
Zoe's, you are next.
I'm just gonna.
Just literally watch Garrick drop out and scream.
Yeah, I've literally just watched this and I just turn to everyone and I just go,
Fuck the tally ho, I guess.
and I jump out and I'll follow.
Okay,
and I'm
you
going to
take...
No, I'm going to run
Well-
to.
There's two options here, Zoys. You can either drop down the rope or drop out.
You take 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh fuck! I'll take the damage. I'm gonna slide over to here though. How do I move to there? Wait, hold on.
When you've got the ruler, spacebar.
Space bar.
You
Space
would do it from your
Space bar.
character.
Yeah, from your character, highlight to the spot, and then
That makes much more sense. How much damage did
Crazy.
I take?
2.
Okay, cool. I'm done.
No, sorry, 4. You don't have rage on.
What the fuck?
I love how
Raging
he's
wizard.
automatically huffing.
I'm just gonna call back to Timmy and go,
Timmy, come here.
and then I'm gonna
Yeah,
cast...
Timmy goes after your turn, remember, just to make sure.
Yeah, and I'll just call him to him, just make sure he knows.
Yeah,
I would say though, could you imagine a wizard barbarian?
Holy shit.
I can see it work. Well, I mean, you're kind of useless. You can't
Is-
rage. You can't concentrate on spells where you're raging.
That would be funny.
I'm gonna look at this fucking speed ray and I'm gonna shout at it and cast Toll the Dead. I'm gonna go,
Bippity boobity. Fuck you.
and I'm gonna cast Toll the Dead. So
What do I need to do?
it is a.
Fuck you.
I need that on a shirt.
It's a Wisdom 14. So do I need to roll that?
No,
Oh, no, that's me.
Wisdom.
So you need to roll.
Hang
I
on.
need to roll a wisdom check, wisdom
Yeah.
save, and
Awesome.
basically beat your thing.
Okay.
Custom
Yeah, do
shirts.
it.
Okay,
Bibbidi
first
bobbidi
first
fuck
day's
you.
fault merch.
Uh,
Bibbidi bobbidi, fuck you.
Zoe-
You
Zoe's
did
fucking-
roll a 14.
So that means you saved it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just gonna flip him off then, and I'm just gonna wait for Timmy to come over. That's
Okay.
my turn. I can't do anything else.
Okay.
Oh, I
Not
don't
bad,
want that.
though.
I want a
It can go,
shirt.
So,
Go, Timmy.
I need to look at the stats of a fucking skeleton.
Do you want me to
Uh,
look after him? I can do it.
Nah, it's fine.
He doesn't want you fucking with him.
He's my son.
But I think
Well,
there is a tab
because
on
Ti- Ti-
things
Ti-
beyond
Timmy is not-
controlled creatures now.
Timmy. Sorry, is it South Park?
Alright, Timmy is.
I'd like him to. How far can he move?
Timmy can move 30 feet.
Yeah, he's coming right next to me then.
Well, Timmy's also a bit of an idiot.
How dare you?
Well,
It's just
Timmy's
a
gonna
little bit
like,
under
but
cover.
Timmy's gonna take the route fastest to you,
Yeah,
so
we'll
basically he's
follow
gonna
his
jump out the
master's
thing.
lead, right?
I'm just gonna pat Timmy on the shoulder. and go,
But Timmy's not aware that Timmy is also vulnerable to bludgeoning, which is what fooling is.
Crunch.
I was just gonna be like,
Timmy, kill the spider.
Timmy takes 10 points of falling damage.
You please
How
don't
much
die.
does Timmy?
Timmy has 13 points.
Timmy, no.
Timmy's like
one
falling
of
apart.
his legs falls off.
Just a bit of flesh wound.
You see this kid crunch, essentially.
I'd like to imagine the pile of bows just lands and then
It's like-
forms itself back
yeah,
up and runs
It's like a
forward.
Lego character in a game dying where just
See, I imagined Rice Krispies because snap, crackle, and pop.
Ah.
Okay, so
Get out of here! Boo! Off!
you see Timmy jumping down. Yeah.
Gimme.
I don't think Timmy can do damage.
Not on this turn, he can't.
I don't think Timmy can do any damage.
Yeah, I gave him my staff. Wait, no, did I actually ever state that I'd done that? I didn't.
No.
I've still got my staff. I will now give Timmy my staff.
That will be a bonus action to do.
Oh, God damn it. Yeah, I'll do it on my turn, I guess. Can I get Timmy to take my staff? Just snatches it off me.
Yeah.
Yeah, Timmy snatches my staff off me. And I.
Yeah, so Timmy's got your
surprisingly
full
let him.
started now.
Yeah, I'll unequip
Can you imagine resisting against your own command?
You know what you're doing, Tim. Get off.
It's a really bad comedy act.
it. Takes off.
Uh, After Timmy's and all that turns, it's going to be Abraham.
That's wow.
Milkshake.
Yeah.
Gotta stop listening to Abraham, man.
Okay. Okay, so Abraham still can't see shit.
But you can still see this. You can still see it. Should be able to, unless I've done this wrong.
Okay. So. 54. I'm going to cast. Guiding
Cast
Bolt,
counter
third
spell.
level.
Ooh.
Okay. Guiding Bolt's range is 50.
No, it's 120 foot.
Oh. And it's powerful.
Yeah, so
Just
I'm
doing
going.
damage, I think it do.
I'm just gonna roll it on D20 because that's a lot of dice.
But you also have to roll the actual attack. In
You
case you miss.
got to hit first.
Ah, shit. I forgot about that. I thought
Oh, I don't want to hit it.
Oh, 12.
It's a miss.
Laughs the magic missile.
And that's
And that's-
the great thing with Guiding Bolt. It's fucking cursed to fail.
And I'm going to move to about here.
Okay, you take.
Now you can spend 15 foot just to climb down the rope. I will just point this out to you.
1 point of bludgeoning damage.
I'll take the 1 point. It's quicker.
Is he raging?
No.
I'm literally just, everyone's just up there looking at you all like you're fucking idiots.
Right, no balls.
I do like the highest
Use
one.
the rope.
I do like the highest one I rolled for this, by the way, was fucking the one who's vulnerable to bludgeoning.
14.
Okay, so you take the 1 point of bludgeoning damage, you move, you've taken your action. Bonus action? Go on, turn on dead.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that's an action.
Oh.
Right, Timmy runs off the edge. That could be an interesting dilemma.
What?
Turn on dead.
No, I'm just gonna. That's gonna be that's the end of my turn.
Okay, we actually get to the two hunters' turns who have been fucking
Hooray.
up. And they're on the same initiative, just for sake of ease on my side. They don't use their grapple hooks. They don't have that ability.
So wait, have they got grapple hooks, or
Yes.
they just can't use them?
They can't use them in a combative nature. So they're rolling with advantage.
I really thought you were just giving them weapons that they're just not proficient in, that they just can't use.
No, they're
You're
using
looking at it like, what the fuck have I got here?
like looking at it, you can see that the spider person like grapple hooks is a hell of a lot more complicated. Like it looks like it's actually designed to like basically like lever if it needs to pull down something and such like that.
I getcha.
These other ones look like they've got kind of these hooks, and I say hooks. Now you look at them, they're like pure white silk. It looks like they're made from spider webs.
But they are spiders.
I don't
Man,
know where
that
you're
was
going
not a good roll.
No, I don't think so. Actually, now that I think about it.
Okay, so dipstick on the right does not fucking hit for the life of him. Dipstick on the left. Let's actually double check something. Sorry. Maybe one what the actual spear dice is.
I think it's a
26.
D6.
Yeah. So he gets 1d6 plus that. So he does that much damage. You take. Cool. So after his turn, we go down to Erilyn.
Right, finally. I'm going to use. I'm going to climb down the rope.
Yeah.
I am going
That's not
to.
why. Really give me a chuckle.
So I know I've got explosive bolts, but they are meant to be explosive arrows. Is that correct?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to use them. First of all, I am going to cast.
It's the first use of them.
Sorry?
I think it's the first use of them, no?
I think it is.
Ooh.
Actually, is it a good idea in a cave?
Do it, no balls.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll use the first one. I'll use one. So I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark onto Le Spider,
Cool. What's the range of that?
90 feet.
Cool.
I'm then going to.
90. That's a big one.
Do I do Planar Warrior? Yeah, no, Planar Warrior is 30 feet. So yeah, I'm going to do 90 feet on Hunter's Mark. That gives me, what was it? An extra d6. isn't it? Yes. Yes. Go. Just reading to make sure. Okay, so I get advantage on survival, perception, or wisdom checks to see it if it goes or leaves.
Cool.
So I'm going to. Technically, this would be a sneak attack because it's being attacked from its sights.
Yeah.
So I'll get another d6 of damage, 2d6. So whatever
You have
I
to hit
roll
it
plus.
first.
Yeah, just.
Yeah,
just
before you
making
start
sure I hit
calculating
one.
about million shots,
Right, so.
you're going to do the
what
milkshake.
is- 11.
Miss.
Fuck's sake. I get a plus
Yes.
9. I've rolled a 2. Right, that's my go then.
Cool.
That was exciting.
We jump back up to the top.
Yeah.
Hold on, man.
Just quickly,
What
Luca.
is-
How many people are in front of me?
What do you mean, sorry?
I just need to shoot off or quickly, but I just want to know how long I've got.
Sure. You got the spider itself, then so three
Spider
people
Head
in front of
Lady
you.
and Oberon.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. I'll be right back.
So I suppose I shouldn't do it to Cameron then, because otherwise it'd be a fucking headache. The tarantula is going to fire its web at the. Thinking here. Well, the most recent one to attack it or close is this dipstick, so he's going to do it which hits. As an action, he can do a restraint.
Wait, doesn't sneak attack give you an advantage to hit?
Nope.
No?
No. You get if you have advantage,
That's
you
the
can use
surprise
sneak
effect
attack.
you're thinking of.
Ah, yes.
No. Oh no, he can only do that on his turn. Right. The guy to his left is now restrained. God knows which one that is, so remember he's restrained. And then he's going to try biting the person in front of him, which is actually scary. He got that's a hit. It'd be more. I want to do it against Cameron because logically it makes more sense to be against
I'm
Cameron.
here, by the way.
Do it
Oh,
again.
perfect. Cameron, there's a 17 hit.
2 seconds. So I am a 15, but I have the tail, so that
Oh, it would be with advantage, wouldn't it? With reckless.
it would be with advantage.
Sorry, let me just roll that again. Let's end them 22. No. Fuck, math. 23 to hit.
Okay. Even if I had rolled an 8, my AC would go up to 20.
So roll it at least. I mean, just see if you get to a.
No, because it's a reaction. I'm not going to use it on a
There's
hit
no
that
point.
I can't.
Okay.
I'll save it for one I might be able to save her.
Okay. So it does to you. So begin with. That's a decent amount of damage. As his big fangs basically punch into you. 19 points of piercing damage. And could I have a Constitution saving throw?
How much damage?
19 points of piercing.
Halved, yeah?
Yeah, so that'd be
So
down to
19,
9.
18, 9. And then Constitution saving throw.
Yes, please.
No, it's just strength and dex, I believe.
I thought the cabin was scope. No.
No, I was just double checking because it's strength and strength saving throws I get advantage on.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
That's fine. So Constitution save. 21.
21? That's a save.
Just playing something?
Okay, so that is. The spider has done this, the spider has done that. What weakness said spider have? It's not in a good position to really do anything else, so let's go stay there. It will not be its turn anymore. Oh, no, Oberon.
What would it be if I were to shout out to Erilyn and drop a potion down to her?
Down to her. It would be. I'd say you can still do it as a bonus action. I'll just say Erilyn would need to use a reaction to take it. Just simply for the catching.
Right, I'm gonna drop you down a potion of boldness. Erin, take this! It'll make you hit better! And I drop down a potion of boldness.
Do you take a reaction to catch it, Erilyn?
Yes, so what does that mean?
So
Okay.
if you drink it for 10 minutes, you get an extra d4 and attack rolls and savings. And then I'm gonna acid splash the spider again.
Cool. Did you use your explosive arrow, James? Just can't remember.
Yes.
Did you actually do the extra d4 damage?
I haven't done any damage.
He may.
Oh, right, yes. Yeah. So that also went bang, by the way. It would have gone bang in this opposite of the room.
Boom, boom, boom.
Okay, can I have a dex save from the spider, please?
Sure.
So, sorry, what I was asking was how do reactions work? Because I don't use them often.
If you have if it stipulates that it takes 1 reaction to use, you use it when it's not your turn in reaction.
18, barely.
Something
That
happens.
passes this way.
Right, so it doesn't take my action next turn.
No, so it's
you
just you have
couldn't
one
make an attack
reaction.
of opportunity, for example. That's probably the
Oh,
only
I
other
see.
reaction you've got.
Gotcha,
Yeah.
makes sense. Alright, thanks.
Yeah, so it's basically you have 1 reaction until your next turn starts, and then you get your reaction back. So
Sweet. Okay.
for me,
great.
like if I used the tail, say there were 2 enemies and the spider attacked me, and I used my tail as my reaction to defend. If something else attacked me or ran away from me, I can't then hit it or defend myself.
Makes sense. Alright, thank you.
Okay, so you all. So that was your turn. Hold on, anything
Yeah.
else? Garrett. Oh no, wait, sorry. Spidey Lady. She's going to attempt to try doing the bigger they are again. And so this time you do see her basically throw up the grapple hook again, and she's able to kind of hook it into the spider and like yanks down with the gauntlet, and the spider attempts to resist but is pulled prone, basically like pulled down to his stomach.
Nice.
That's her action. She'd probably pull out, and you see her pulling out a potion that seems to be kind of a luminous green as she drinks it. And that's the end of her turn, and then we jump down to Garrick.
Now it's prone. Garrick does not need to recklessly attack, and is just going to wail on the spider. Because it's prone, I get advantage, so just straight up advantage attacks on it. Yes?
Yeah.
Smacky! Wait, that was just a straight roll. I'm an idiot. Let me roll again. 19.
It's a hit.
Woohoo! And is it a crit when it's prone, or...
No. No?
No?
I don't think so. I think it's when it's restrained.
I can't remember that one. I feel like there was something about... I think unconscious is... crit.
Yeah, that's why you take 2 death saves from a melee attack. Alright.
Crawl, disadvantage on attack rolls. Attack roll against a creature has advantage if the creature's within 5 feet of the creature. Otherwise, the attack roll has a disadvantage.
Yeah, range.
I'm not seeing anything about the crits.
Cool, that's fine then. I just wanted to double check on that one because I wasn't sure. That's fine,
Cool.
just normal damage.
Yeah, I think it's the unconscious one that gets the crit.
Cool. 16 to hit? 16 damage, sorry. Not 16.
There's a hit.
Damage, that is, not a hit.
Yeah, what else? Okay, anything your turn? Or anything other? Oh, it doesn't have a hit
no,
yet.
I'm gonna hit again.
Yeah.
23?
It's
Well, that's a 9 damage.
nice. Any your turn?
Yeah, Garrick's not really gonna do anything else because there's nothing else really worthwhile doing.
Okay, then we jump down to Zoi's.
It's like he has a select character noise. You know, when you're in a game,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
just like you did,
Yeah.
like it's a me, Mario.
I'm not even gonna move. There's no point. I'm just gonna cast Hold the Dead again. Fuck it.
Cool.
So another Wisdom saving throw, please, sir.
Or
Please fail this one. I haven't done anything ever.
it's a 9.
You,
Oh my God, it
that's a
hits!
lie. You revived a dead child in a skeleton form.
Don't call me out on the fucking ethical value of what I'm doing here. Right, that hits. I've actually fucking hit something. So, because it's taken damage as well with Toll the Dead, it takes 2d12 instead of 2d8. So,
Okay.
here's my first d12. That is a 2. Here's my second d12. That is a 9. That's much better. So 11 in total.
Sadly, it's in mutant.
Oh, don't start with that.
So 11, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And then
This seems heavily injured, by the way, at this rate.
Here we go. I'm just gonna pat Timmy and go, Timmy, don't kill Timmy.
Okay, how much damage does a quarter self do? Obviously, used as a stat.
1d4.
1d4.
1d6.
Fucking hell, I was about to say. I sworn I used to use that as a quillif. A lot better than that.
Ah, that's fair. I was gonna get some. Go, Timmy, go!
Okay. Timmy's gonna run ahead. Going.
So much enthusiasm there.
She looks fucking. The Spidey lady looks fucking horrified, by the way. And actually, she looks disgusted as well. Like, not just disgusted from undead disgusted, you'd say. Cool.
Dirty little goblin.
Oh, not me!
Not at the goblin.
Is it Timmy?
So,
Oh, it's an elf? No. Yeah?
right. So, Timmy is going to make an attack against this thing. Does he not get advantage? Because Timmy has run straight at it. It's not been told to go anywhere. Just the first.
I've just literally told him to run, yeah.
Timmy. Christ, Timmy.
What's he done?
Give me a second. I'll do my Timmy stat. Timmy rolls a 6.
Oh.
Yeah. Timmy rolls a 6. You see him kind of like really, really fucking stupidly just try to swing a bloody quarter staff at it.
Fucking magical.
Okay, so next.
Just quickly, so it's easier for you, Luke. Dylan, if you go onto your character sheet, go to extras, go manage extras, you can add a creature that you've summoned, so that you can have all the stats on your character sheet.
Manage extras. Add an extra. Choose a category.
If you go under creature and go summoned, and then look for skeleton.
Abraham, by the way. Just
I'm going to cast Toll the Dead again.
Oh,
Cool.
it's alphabetized.
Ding, ding, ding.
It's just never ending, this toll.
The bell is tolled.
For whom the bell tolls.
Okay, and he's going to have a wisdom save, don't I?
Yes.
Is your wisdom save? That's a fuck. It's 7.
Oh yeah, it failed.
Cool.
So that's 10
Roll damage.
damage. 6.
Hanging.
What do you
Okay,
say?
this spider looks very injured now.
And yeah, do you know what? Abraham's gonna walk towards it as well. Let's see how far it is. I don't want to kind of go in front of that guy in case he's backfired. I'm gonna go here.
God, helpfully paranoid. Cool.
1 second.
So that's action, movement,
Yeah, I know. Bonus action.
bonus action.
Okay, I'm gonna hold a bonus action. If the spider comes towards me, or if one of the other two comes towards me,
You
I'm
cannot
going
hold a
to
bonus
shoot-
action.
What's again?
You cannot hold a bonus action.
Okay, no,
Well,
isn't.
you could you not?
You can only hold.
Is it just an action? Right.
Just an
Yeah,
action. Do you want to still do the thing without holding it?
No, it's fine.
You sure?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm over there. So that goes down to Dipstick's turns.
Tweedledum and Tweedledee.
Essentially, yeah. One of them is restrained by a cobweb. So check see how the fuck that's working. Web. I need to do an action to do so. So one of them will do the action to try breaking out of his web because he's scared of it. Does it?
Hooray.
The other one's going to make an attack without advantage. Actually, no, it'll be out of advantage, I think. A normal straight attack. So he just about hits by his fucking MVP. He does this plus this. That's 6 points of damage. This thing looks really hurt now. Okay. We jump down to whoever's after these guys. So Erlyn.
Oh, lovely. Right, I'm going to do the exact same thing again. But I'm just going to fire my shot.
Shot.
23.
Hits.
Lovely. Right, so we're going to go for the 1d8 plus 4.
It's explosive arrows, by the way. I just wanted to check.
Or, how do I change that?
What?
How do I change to what does an explosive arrow do?
It does an extra
Just
D4
bang.
damage.
Just extra d4. So that was.
You don't change it. I'm just asking because you're. You have to mention which arrows you're using.
No, that's fine. So d8 plus 4. So that was 5 plus 4, so that's 9. So plus an extra d4 of damage.
Yeah.
Another 2. And then plus 6. Another d6, sorry. Fucking 1. It's another d6, which is 2.
I'm going to be going off the logic unless you mention it. It's going to be a normal arrow.
Okay, that's... Wow, guys, that was 9, 10. That was 14 damage.
It kills it.
Oh, thank God.
And wants to mark off
Hooray.
the explosive arrows as well.
Done.
Cool. So, you as well. In theory, you're out of initiative. It depends on.
Or run quickly, calls down to Aaron. Aaron, give that potion back.
I'll chuck it up.
I'm gonna. Can I call Timmy to heal?
Yes. Yeah, I'll say you guys are out of initiative. So what you would see is you. Luckily for you guys,
Can I also quickly say to Erlen, unless you're coming back up and pulling this rope up.
Oh, good.
And pull the rope up.
you see her, the spider lady. She kind of puts the torch down just so she doesn't fucking holding a torch anymore. You see her kind of like look at all of you, and you see these two have started basically pulling out knives and starts dismantling the spider. Essentially, you see them kind of cutting off the legs and such.
I get involved.
Yeah, sure. She gives a look, like, and while she sees you're busy, she will turn towards Abraham. Doesn't react. She basically go, and you see she starts talking in undercommon. Like,
Sorry, lady.
I'm gonna
Whatever you're gurgling.
I'm gonna respond in Daedric.
Oh, racist.
Daedric. Not a that's a Skyrim language there.
Okay.
Um,
I walk up. I talk in common.
Okay, you're walking up. She genuinely looks at you with disgust. Like you look at her, kind of take a stand back and try to like putting her hands on her weapon.
Oh, okay. I say friend and point to me with common, dwarvish, elvish, gnomish, and orc. And then I do some jazz hands for thieves can't.
She doesn't react to any of that. She still just has a weapon
just
on her thing.
come
She's
at
not
every
putting them
basis.
out, but she's got a hand on her spear essentially.
Okay.
Okay. I've got my hands up.
I was speaking Daedric, deep speech, and giant. Can you understand me?
She looks at you with confusion. She doesn't know what the fuck you're doing.
Have we tried common yet?
Yes, Garrett did.
Us talking is typically in common. None of us
Yeah, I
speak
know.
real life other languages.
I mean, fuck it, we're trying. I'll do gnomish and goblin.
No and no.
Fair enough. Wasn't expecting any of them to work, just to let you guys know.
But
Can I use my
when
quarters?
when any of you speak Gnomish, she does give a bit of an indication. Like, it's not as though she's understanding it. She just, it sounds like she's recognizing it.
Like, what are they? You said they're humanoid. Now that we're closer, can we see what they actually are?
So, give me a second. Let me look
Good
at the
question.
description again.
Because before all of the talking, we should probably find out what we're talking to.
Yeah, like, we're all talking, but with our eyes closed, just hoping she understands. She vaguely knows gnomish, but not well.
I thought you said going to say goatish.
So, they've got this kind of vibe going for them. And I said this in Penthouse. Oh, I should probably do better today's fault. They are seemingly humanoid, like humans, I should say, but they distinctly they look very pale in skin. And there's a few other traits, like you see them, you saw them using in ease, maybe not as far sighted as some of the elves, but you see them able to move around the darkness.
So can I just clarify? They freaked out when they saw me specifically?
Yes.
Right.
And they also didn't
Oh,
like Tim.
one freaked out when they saw you specifically. The other two seem not to make any reactions.
Oh, okay, that's...
Was it that they didn't like Timmy as well?
Yes, they.
Because he's an elf with.
Do the other two look
Little
the same as
skeletal
this woman
elf
then? Like they look.
Say
like
again,
they're
sorry?
They look like they're the same creature.
Who? Sorry.
The people we're talking to, all three of them are the same. Yeah.
You can tell that she looks humanoid in a way. She's got a big spider on her head. You can't really tell any of the facial, racial features or anything.
Can I try and
Okay,
see
so what
if
about
she
the other
knows-
two?
They look human. They look the same as the one I put into their toll. Basically, they're males. More accurately, they're kind of palish skin, but
Oh yeah, that's
As
what
they
I'm asking.
did.
Do they look like they're the same thing?
yes.
Can I try and see if they know any words of gnomish? For, like an investigation check or something. I don't know.
Sure.
Asking
You could,
which
like-
direction.
It'd be more of a insight check.
Insight. Okay. That's
Did you
not
need
as
me
good.
to roll anything for carving up the spider, or just hacking away at it with these guys?
Give me an advantage survival. They're doing most of the work.
Insight was 18 plus 2, which is 20.
Okay.
13.
I'd say with a 13, you don't think they know any words. You just think that they've heard it. Like you
No,
see them
I rolled a 20.
Oh, sorry,
That's right.
Garrick,
Cameron rolled a 13.
mixing up with Garrick's. Right. With a 20, as I said, they don't know what the Gnomish language. You can distinctly tell this. Like you keep saying stuff to them, they're giving you what is he saying? But you see that they do recognize the language, and interestingly, it's certain keywords. They know.
And I try and decipher what keywords they know.
It'd be related to tools and such.
I feel like I'm not going to be able to decipher the language.
So Garrick, you're assisting them, and is there anything particular you're wanting off this spider, or are you just assisting them?
Fangs, and I'll just help them carve up the legs.
So you see that they're actually harvesting the meat of this spider. I mean, you're working on it with them. and they will present you one of the fangs, and and they kind of give you a head nod with that as well. They want to take one of the fangs for themselves as well.
That's fine. Does this spider have like, I just more the anatomy of a spider? Does it have like a claw at the end of its leg, or like there's a leg, and then is there anything like at the end of it that's different, or is it mostly just?
Spiders generally have very small kind of like hooks essentially on the end of their like feet, which leads to climb, but it's not anything practical. Like,
No, I think I'll just stick with the leg, the fang. Sorry.
yeah. So
I'll
if we
just
mark
help
down
them
one,
carve- yeah, one spider fang, and I would have just helped them carve up the meat a bit.
mark it as a tarantula fang if possible.
Will do.
Okay, so uh, she, as I said, she was looking at Erilyn in disgust, but she's not drawing weapons yet. She's kind of just watching very cautiously. Like, she looks like she could spring into action depending on an action.
I can't communicate with her either.
Is it like a giant tarantula fang, or just an?
We'll just put a tarantula fang, just for sake of ease. I will understand what it means.
I don't quite know what to do because none of us can communicate with them. Actually, hang on a second. I have shitloads of books on stuff. Can I quickly look through to see if there's a book that might have anything on this?
On what? The language? On what? What are you looking for?
Maybe not the language, but maybe like on their appearance.
Okay.
This culture, let's say.
So give me a history check, just for
History check.
You can give me with advantage, because as I said, you're accessing your books that you own and therefore have read.
Thank God, that was with advantage because that was shit. That was a 15.
So, culture-wise, I wouldn't say you'd be able to distinguish anything. You've never heard of a culture like this. I mean, underground humans is kind of a strange thing in itself. You know, you've never even heard of this.
Okay.
But you know that races, when basically are underground for a long time, would have paler skin from a lack of sunlight, and they would eventually acclimate to this.
Okay.
Good word.
You also know that it's kind of strange. Like, there's origins of the elves and the humans and such, and they origined at certain areas. Especially that the western side of the continent was definitely where the elves started coming out, the Fae, and kind of where they originated.
Mm-hmm.
Humans themselves have primarily been in the middle of the continent, Polchania, and were a very minor race, kind of fought on both sides. But they've never expanded west.
Okay.
So the fact that these people are subterranean here is strange in the regard.
I think I'm too tired. I don't understand what any of that really meant.
I'm glad you didn't understand either.
Because I don't get why that's strange or anything.
It's all right.
Marilyn doesn't understand it. That's fine.
I mean, that's what you get with a 15. Like, you can't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be tying it together. That's the information you can ascertain.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm too tired. I didn't even ascertain it. It's fine.
Okay, so
no, that's fine. Yeah, cool.
Is anyone else doing anything in this scenario? Because, as I said, they are still carving up the spider. Garrick, the guy on the right, at one stage, kind of, he seems to have realised you guys can't talk, and kind of brings, he kind of opens up a pouch on his belt,
Yep.
and he kind of brings out this grey kind of jerky, what you can tell really, and he points at you, and so it kind of like motions to his mouth.
I'll accept it and take a bite. And like, is he offering me like a whole chunk or just like saying a bite?
Yeah, a whole chunk. He'll give you the bit from his white thing.
Oh yeah, I'll take a chunk. Is it okay?
It's edible. It's not amazing meat.
I'd imagine Garrick's had worse in his time.
Well, you distinctly would think that tasting this, it tastes like kind of a very flavourless, kind of rubbery kind of jerky, really. Like, it doesn't have all the flavours or you associate with jerky. Aside from a distinct taste of mushrooms.
Okay.
So while
Kinda
these guys
nodding.
are making first contact with the cave
The
people, can I
jerky's
just
alright.
be reading through the book?
Just shout back to the group.
So, what do you want to do, Bailey?
Can I just be reading through that book I got from Erilyn last time? The one with the runes in it. From Amaran.
Oh, so this is the one about the resurrection of people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what Oberon's doing while these guys are just trying to talk.
Can I do a perception to see if I can see anything around us? Make sure.
Are
There's
you
no
looking for
spiders
anything in
coming
particular,
towards us?
Oberon, or just reading through the whole thing, essentially?
Well, I'm trying to find stuff about the runes, but
Right. Okay. So just give me an investigation check, Oberon. Just sake of ease. And what were you wanting to do, Abraham?
Can I just do like a perception check around us? Make sure there's no other spiders or anything coming up on us.
Sure. Roll me a perception check.
yeah, my investigation's at 23.
A 10.
Cool.
Oh then.
So this doesn't. This book itself, you see the runes, and you suspect there is, like, it pulls from a certain alphabet of runes just going off it. Like, you see, like, there is definitely things, but a lot of the runes written in here seem to be kind of more linked to kind of more necromancy, kind of more rituals and such like that. So it's designed to be oh fuck, sorry. It's designed more to be like these is more focusing on how the dead are coming back. You see the ones that are written. You do see the mentions of the ones written on your wife, and that seems to be less necromancy spells, more for one, even trapping a spirit within. Similar to the spell of, I think it's Silver Cage, Soul Cage. That's it. Which you know that there is basically it holds a soul in place. That you don't know the exact details of it, just because you're not really a necromancer kind of spellcaster. But what you do know is there's also seems to be runes about for divination, like communication in a way.
Cool.
Cool. Right. Abraham. Wait, what was your role? Sorry.
I got a 10.
Okay.
Oh, plus
You don't
six.
see anything in the darkness, really. Like, with your dark side, it's hard to really see anything coming up if you were to look for it.
Okay. In the meantime, then, can I just keep on picking up stones, casting light on it, and then just chucking it around just to see if anything appears?
To the north, while you're doing this, you would see a kind of a mangled remains of a face spider.
Can I walk
How
up to it
big's
and
a face
investigate it?
spider?
It's a large creature, so 10 by 10
Grim.
feet.
Okay.
Can I walk up to it and investigate it?
What, this large
Yeah.
speeder? This speeder?
Is it that one
Yeah,
there?
yes, that one.
It's only large.
Large is 10 by 10 feet.
Yeah, this is 15 by 15.
Second spider.
I missed that. Is that coming towards us right now?
No, it's dead.
Dead.
I was saying it was mangled remains, but to
Yeah,
the
that's
north.
That's what I was
Sorry,
asking. Saying,
I definitely zoned out.
yeah, that's why I said I'm gonna go over and investigate it.
I was about to say that's terrible.
Like in terms of like looking at the spider, it looks like the big one fucking mangled it essentially.
Okay.
Spiders are food, not friends.
Can
Okay.
I see if there's anything of use on it?
Say again, sorry.
Can I have a look, see if there's anything of use on that face spider?
There's not going to be. Just genuinely, just because like a lot of the times, most of the times you can get from these spiders is like a fairly decent fang and meat off them. Both are mangled. Like
Okay,
it looks like it's got destroyed essentially.
Well,
Like,
I'm
it
just
looks
gonna
like they
poke
started
it with my
eating.
quarterstaff for a little bit then.
Yeah. So at this stage, I'd say that the two hunters have collected the meat, and she's the one with the spider on her head has calmed down. Like she's not as aggressive. Like she's seen that they're not. You guys aren't necessarily getting any closer to her, especially the Erilyn, who she's definitely like good.
I haven't kept my eye on her, off of her. Sorry, but Erin's not trying to look. What's it called?
Suspicious.
Side eye, yeah.
Suspicious or anything like that. I'm trying to stay perfectly in view for her, with not my hands up, but just to my side, my bow.
You're looking innocent, right? Like you haven't done anything wrong.
Whistling in the clear.
You can't prove anything. So we've decided that this woman is an elf, yeah,
You don't know.
or something like that.
You don't know.
I'm gonna be honest, guys. I think this is a whole lost cause. We're not getting anywhere with them. We don't understand what they say.
Garrick
What's
is
in-
gonna turn
let's
to
just
one of
skadoo.
them and just be like, gonna go there. I'm gonna turn the camera on because this is needed for Luca.
Yeah.
Garrick is just gonna kind of be like, "Why you here?"
The most British way to communicate with someone you don't understand.
Yeah, say
speak louder, in single
and slower.
sentences. Yep, and then point.
Yeah. No, he's not speaking loudly. He's just going, "Why you
It's
here?"
not gonna work. It's gonna fail. You have to speak loudly as well.
In just kind of gesture to like the cave as a whole.
For the stream, he's holding his hands above his shoulders, pointing at the person, and then pointing at the floor.
Yep.
Right, let me just roll an intelligence fucking check for these guys, see if they just understand what the fuck you're doing. Okay. You see her basically ponder for a second, just trying to work out how to fucking respond, really. And you see her kind of point at the spider behind. Then basically, it's like what's left of it, really, because they've literally just kind of got rid of the exoskeleton and pulled off everything else. And she points at the spider. She points at she pulls out a bit of jerky from her pouch, points at that, and then points at herself, her mouth.
Oh, baby, you ate spider.
Okay. We understand that. Okay, so they're here to get food from the spiders. Then Garrick's just gonna go shrug and like, why? And point at the spider. Why? Yeah, why eat spider?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna assume because there's not a lot else to eat down here.
Then after doing that, Garrick points at them and go, "You," and then like gesture sleep, like sleep here.
Oh, so the
I'm gonna
first
be honest.
question,
Zoy's is gonna start walking away at this point. Zoy's is done with this whole situation.
the first question she's gonna kind of just shrug at, like it's what do you mean? Why do you eat spider to her? Really? Um,
Mm.
the second question, she's kind of going. She points at herself, who does the sleep motion, and she kind of points downwards, like down where like down the ravine.
So
Oh.
wait, say that again. Sorry.
She points down the ravine.
The whole bit. What was the gesture?
So she points to herself. She does
Yep.
the sleep symbol.
Yeah.
That kind of like tilts her head, and then points down the ravine.
They sleep down in the ravine. Okay. Is there what else can we try and ask them? Yeah, like, what information do we want to try and get from them? Because like it's going to be a long process, but if there's anything.
How do we get out of here?
Okay. He's
And I'm just gonna
point.
just kind of gesture to Garrick and say, "She doesn't seem to like me."
Garrick points at Erilyn and go, why? No. And point at Erilyn.
Why no Erilyn?
I think that's a complicated question with just gestures, but okay.
She creates a symphony with her hands. It's beautiful.
You kind of she doesn't seem to be like she kind of puts her hand more on the spear whenever she like when you point at her more. She doesn't seem to be communicating back.
That's fine.
Right, I'm just Zoy's is leaving. Like, I am just wandering off now.
Give me an investigation check.
Thank you.
Milkshake and disadvantage.
It's Dylan.
Not Dylan.
Why not me?
Was Milkshake asking me a question? What did you want, Dylan?
He just wants to walk
Oh,
off.
what's the point of me even being here at this fucking point? I've just
So
sat
apparently,
here for the last like
you've
45
asked to do
minutes.
something and got shouted at. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
I've sat here for the last 45 fucking minutes and listened to Cameron just basically asking this person that we can't communicate with what they want to do, and then you've shouted at me for asking a question. What's the point? I just want to wander
Oh,
off.
I'm shouting
just
for
bored of
interrupting. I
standing
was
here. I wanna
talking to
leave.
someone else.
Out. You Dylan
Yes.
first.
Children, calm down. Let's get
So,
back.
what were you asking, Dylan?
I just want to fucking leave. I just want to wander off. There's nothing going on.
Where would you like to go?
Anywhere. Literally anywhere. Like up here, over there. Just, we're not getting anywhere.
Okay.
Fuck it. Aubrun's gonna come out and be the voice of reason and come over. Hey, Abraham, perhaps at dawn there'll be a spell that you could change and learn that will allow you to speak the languages that these guys speak.
Okay, let's go have a long rest. Have a look.
Let's go sleep somewhere.
Garrick probably doesn't hear them, considering they're what Abraham's over here, isn't he?
It depends on what Abraham's doing.
Well, I thought he went to go and investigate the spider.
Yeah, but he wanted to go do something else as well.
Whatever. But yeah, Garrick's just gonna look at them and just like point at like the group and go up, and kind of shrug like, how? Us up? How?
It's good. Probably just do a climbing motion.
I'm gonna be back in a
Garrick
minute.
just kind of like puts his palm flat and does a walking motion with his fingers. See you in a bit, James.
Cool. Right. So, what do you guys want to do now?
Well, let's go set up a camp and rest. Then I shall go and use my spells. Find one that I can talk to them with. Which I'm just looking now.
So what level spell can you use up to?
Level 3.
I think you might be able to get tongues,
Are we doing a long rest right now?
which should let you just talk to them.
Yep.
There's probably another one. Probably.
There's tongues and send message, but send message won't be any good when they can't communicate back. So,
I think they can communicate back.
Yeah, but would he understand it? Is the problem.
Don't know what the spell says. Sending. See. The creature hears the message in its mind. The spell enables creatures with an intelligence score of at least 1 to understand the meaning of your message.
but I'm assuming I can only talk. I could use that once.
I think tongues would be better because
Yeah, tongues were better.
Yeah,
So,
tongues would be better designed.
So I think we should have a long rest. I will then use tongues to communicate with them, and then we can either investigate further into this place. Or
What's
leave.
keeping them here though? Surely if we do a long rest, they're just gonna leave.
While they're discussing this, Garrick then looks at them and points at the spider as like, how many, and just starts counting, like putting random numbers up, like spiders more.
Ooh. She kind of does. She can't really present a number large enough. You see her kind of like look at her hands, then look at all the friends' hands.
Oh wow. And on that note, Garrick looks at them and gestures at them, does the walking, points at them, and then does the sleep, and then like the please.
She kind of gives a look to the other two, and they seem to talk to her, and she kind of points at the elves, and then.
And Ron will be doing his best to hide that he's an elf. Like he'll be having his hood up and.
Oh yeah, no, I appreciate that. They seem to be reprimanding her in a way. She's and they turn around to you and say, they kind of give a thumbs up essentially.
Yeah, bruh.
So that means we can have a long rest and they're not gonna leave.
I turn around and go, I think I've got us safe lodgings for the night.
I think
job,
they're gonna
Cameron.
take us to their camp.
Yes,
That
and
looked like-
Let's do that then.
the gesture that I got before with they suggested that there is a shit ton of spiders down here, so I think we are better going with them because even if it's just the 3 of them, they are very capable. We are capable, but I don't really fancy being interrupted by hundreds of spiders if they happen to find us.
Yeah, let's just go.
Cool. In that scenario, you see that they've now packed with their bags and such like this. This spider is now literally just a desiccated corpse. And you see them kind of pull out these, like, basically unwind their grapple hooks from their things, from their, like, basically gauntlets. And you see them kind of go towards the edge, put them on top, and give a very, very cautious look at Abraham. You see 2 of them kind of wind their ropes together. And point at you, Abraham.
Yeah, okay.
Jesus Christ again.
I walk over to.
Alright. They kind of sigh, they kind of embrace, and they give you the rope. Like basically the tip of it.
Okay.
And point basically to kind of go off the edge.
Like jump off the edge.
Not jump, just more trying to lower yourself while holding onto the rope.
Okay, so Abraham first does a little prayer. Just a sign of the cross on him. And slowly attempts to descend.
Right, give me a second. Give me a strength check, by the way.
Yep.
To see how well you can hold onto the rope.
Fuck's sake. That was a 7.
Okay. you're not assisting them in any way. Because like there was just more to see if you're like you're moving in such a way. And everyone else on top of this cliff, you see that they're red in face, just trying to like no.
I mean, if they're really struggling, I can give Abraham a potion of transformation, which lets him use the alter self spell for 10 minutes. So he can just make himself a skinny boy. As he gets lowered. And then, as an action, he can use the spell again to make himself normal.
They look like they are managing at it. They look like they're getting it down. And you'd see that the one with the spider head has actually come down first. Basically, and you notice you got to have to kind of follow her to like there's like a little divot of a cave below. She's trying to motion you down towards it.
I'm back.
So what you missed, James, is I've managed to get us safe lodging, so now we're following these people to their camp.
So, you're able to get down without much issue. They're carrying you fairly well, and the one below is basically directing you fairly well. And the two at the top basically go and look at, I imagine Goblin. Yeah, as always.
Well,
They're going to
rolling up an anorak,
unwrap the ropes now that Abraham is down.
Yeah, it's fair.
So, Zoya is basically mentioned over to you.
Yeah, I'll just
They
go
will-
over to them. Yeah.
Basically, they want to kind of carry you and go down themselves.
What about Timmy?
Really important questions.
What are you going to tell Timmy?
Oh, if they want, so they want me to go on like their back, yeah, like a piggyback.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll just tell Timmy to do the same because he's the same size as me. Really.
true, but they're not a large fan of. Like you see them kind of like.
There's a pile of bones, one in a piggyback.
I'll make it evident that I see Timmy as my son, so they have to do it.
Can Garrett kind of secretly point at the bones and just like do that?
If I see Garrick doing that, I will cast a spell at him.
Oh, please, no. Alright, so you start. They will run me a charisma check, a persuasion check, I should say.
Sweet. Natural 20.
Yeah, you. They very much one of them is like disgusted, but it's distinctly will do it.
Nice.
So you both are able to get it
Timmy,
down
get on,
there.
mate.
As
And
Garrick's kind of watching this, Garrick just kind of looks at us always and just like, these are people who are taking us to their camp. Maybe we shouldn't discuss them with a pile of bones.
I'm just gonna look at Garrick,
We're trying to make friends.
and I'm
here.
just gonna not even listen. I'm just gonna walk away.
I'm just gonna say for sake of ease because the heavy ones are down.
What's the
The three of you
Abraham?
guys-
Jesus Christ!
Oh my god!
What was that?
Someone being shot.
Don't ask, it's fine.
That did not sound fine.
So you're able to go get down, and they they start taking you through some caves, and you guys travel for about an hour, and they start pointing out stuff like as you're going forward. They distinctly like at one stage they start just putting one of them at the front, one of them at the back, so they can start pointing out stuff. And as you're walking, you do see a variety of spiders. The big ones, you see that these tarantulas seem to be like in dens essentially. They kind of don't seem to be very mobile. They seem to be like they take up large sections of area and just kind of hold on to those. They also point out the existence of trapdoor spiders. So basically, they throw a stick onto this area, and you see a large spider kind of come out of the wall, and try to grab something, and they go back in immediately.
I'd like to revoke my ability to play this with you anymore, because you seem to fucking hate me, and I think that's just I think it's a hate
no.
crime.
Well,
Everything's stood on the
you
trapdoor.
chose to go on the spider adventure rather than look for your mum, so...
And
Yeah.
It did also mention, is there anything you don't want to see or have in D&D? And you said nothing, so...
Should have said spiders, James.
You'd have said
Damn,
spiders,
you got me
James.
there.
Should
You
have
got me there.
spiders and hypodermic needles.
I hate how I'll
Flashback to
call
walking through the cemetery in Bournemouth.
Oh man, don't please! I nearly passed out.
Careful, sir.
So-
We are streaming.
Oh yeah, I won't mention anything. No, I won't mention anything.
Yeah, remember, nothing nothing that's
Dox
banned on
yourselves.
Twitch is the rule.
What's banned on Twitch?
What, then why am I allowed
I mean, you
here?
can dox yourself if you
Why
want.
am I allowed in? And Bailey has a point.
This milkshake's internet famous. Anyway.
There is that.
So, they start walking along, and at one stage, you see in front of you a large, kind of huge, rope gate in a way. Like it looks like it's kind of I would describe it as kind of the playground like nets you climb up.
Oh yeah.
Like the kind of the square ones that go all the way to the top.
Yeah.
But it looks like it's been weighted at the bottom with metal and such. And behind it, you do see kind of like a subterranean town.
What the fuck?
I
To
think
the
we'll be
left,
safe, boys.
to the left, you see kind of fungus fields, and kind of to the back left. I want to get a perception check, just see if anyone notices this.
Is it lit?
What on everyone?
Yes, it's lit.
Cool.
Is it
Also,
also
my
yes? We're
range
all
is
doing a
definitely
perception check.
off.
Yes.
Okay, yep. What is my perception? +2.
Perception.
I got
Can
a
I-
6. I do not see anything.
I got a 21 again.
Can I please
above
roll
10.
above a 10, please?
Did you get a 10?
I've got 20.
No.
Cool. Anyone who got above a 10,
Yeah.
in the back left, you kind of notice that there is, firstly, kind of like a kind of shaft in a way. Like it looks like a pillar. Kind of these kind of rubs that are kind of climbing up and down it. They're not that large, probably about the size of a fist. And behind that, you see that there is kind of a cornered off area of these about waist high spiders that seem to have saddles on them.
Oh my god.
Okay, this place is actually dope.
Need
What had saddles on it, sorry?
spiders.
Okay.
You also
Most
notice
appropriate
there is
response.
basically these huts that have come here, and they look like they seem like to be a mix of silk, kind of where it looks like been hardened from these like the same substance of this rubber tower.
Give me 2 minutes, boys.
1, 2.
Look, as much as I hate spiders, this is fucking dope.
They kind of they basically pull up their hand, basically just to try to motion to stop in a way, and you see the one with the spider head kind of go forth and basically seems to like unlink the chain of the rope. She goes in. You see her kind of come out with a. Now I don't remember what these guys look like.
Music hard cut.
There we go. This guy. How the fuck do you look?
With my eyes.
I see them with my special eyes. Abraham looks around and sees nothing because it's dark.
No, because it's lit up.
I know, I'm being sarcastic.
Puts his
Essentially,
hands to his eyes.
You
to
see
make it
this
look like
thing come
binoculars.
out towards you.
This thing.
It's in this.
We are once again streaming.
Ah, right. It's not an easy thing for me to do.
You see a small, pointy-eared, grey-skinned dude with a pickaxe.
No, that's not right. Yes, basically that's what you see, and she kind of motions you at. Now, who spoke Gnomish to her?
I can speak Gnomish.
Yeah, but you didn't specifically speak Gnomish to her.
I think it was
Um,
noise.
I did. I spoke Gnomish to all of them.
Oh, right. Okay, then sorry.
I went
remember
through
if
all
you
the
had
list
or
of
not.
every single, and
So-
they just looked at me.
Whomever she spoke Noah to her, which I believe was Zoy's and Aaron, and then
Mhm.
she will point at both of you two, and this creature will start speaking in Gnomish, a fucking strange dialect of Gnomish you've never heard of, but it sounds kind of more like,
It's like speaking to a scouser.
yeah,
Oh, okay. I understand. So, like, you can understand, but there's like certain words that you'd be like, oh, I don't quite know what that means.
We found the deep dark north of England.
God. What's it like, milkshake?
It's dark, it's deep, but there's not enough kiddies on top.
I can't see. Spiders everywhere.
Do you want me to tell you something? Do you know what it's like hot across the country right now? Here it's about -3. We're still not. we're still not seeing the sun.
We've not seen the sun in
My
ages.
skin is going grey from the lack of sunlight. We're going back into the coal mines tomorrow, so wish me luck.
okay, so that's right. So this guy looks at you. So, well, hello. Oh, God.
Such a strange dialect.
I return what's occurred.
We're talking to
Hello.
a gnome. You and I can talk to him.
I know.
But he's talking in a very strange dialect of Gnomish. So think, Bailey, as Bailey put it, it's like a
Scouser.
scouser to us.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like, we can understand, but there's an element of, like, I don't quite get that.
yeah, sounds good.
So
What's he
as-
said?
Well, I was just about to start speaking, then you came
Oh,
back.
sorry. Okay, sorry.
Hello. I hear you two speak Gnomish.
Oh, yeah.
That we do. So-
At this stage, you see the one with the spider head literally just turn around and leave. She's done with this.
If he understands you, ask him to ask them if I can look at their grapple hook thing.
Just very quickly, this one wants me to ask you if he could look at the grapple hooks.
Everyone's just there giving the double thumbs up.
You're a fan of those. Well, if he wants, it'd probably be best if I show him the blueprints. I'm the one who made them. I am the resident creator of this town.
Well, and I turn to Albron and go, you're in for a bit of a surprise.
God.
And I'm going to leave it like that.
Well,
Is this surprise that you can't actually speak Gnomish?
I turn to him again and go, no, I can. He said that he's the one who invented them. He'll show you the blueprints later. And I just wink at him and then turn back.
It's interesting to see two members of the elven clans around here without, wanting to stab us multiple times.
Oh, so that explains why they all don't like me. I see, I'm not from really round here.
Yes, you kind of met the wrong person for that.
Typical.
What brings you up from the south? I presume you come from down.
Yes.
Sorry.
There's not really much up here. I mean, there's like the very small dredgelings or spiders to get flesh. We managed to subsist on them, but there's not many of us down here.
We
many
kind
up
of,
here.
we kind of fell down. So we were in this big,
Crater.
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 That's the word. I was going to say ravine. And then we kind of opened up this secret lock thing, and then we fell.
You fell from up.
Yeah.
Up.
Interesting.
What did you mean by down?
Well, down from the ravine, from the drowned cities and the. I imagine he points at Abraham. I mean, you look a bit different, but I imagine you're from the Sacred Order.
Yeah, he won't understand you, but yes, he is.
I'm gonna turn to the others and just go,
It goes a lot deeper than this, guys.
oh, no one responds. Carry on, Luca.
Yeah, I was kind of.
I'm gonna turn back and I go.
Everyone here hates you.
No,
I'm just gonna throw you under the bus.
Well,
for
what do you
ignoring.
want from us? We fell down a
You could have
hole. Of course it
acknowledged me.
goes deep.
Where was the
We're letting
acknowledgement?
Luca flipping exposit. Just. We've already spent too long not talking to people.
Just don't get acknowledged.
I
Sorry.
look at Zoy's, I pat him on the head and go, well done. You've done a good job. There you go. There's your acknowledgement.
So he's like, well, Rail said you desire you desire some sleep. And he kind of looks at the skeleton. I don't know if that sleeps, but
I know Gary doesn't understand, but like me as a player, I love that.
I just looked at Garrick and Abraham. I think he likes Timmy.
we can take you to the trade house. You can desire if you want to get some sleep there. We can let you sleep for the night. I mean, we hear that you assisted with getting us some our food for the week, so we'll be very happy to keep care.
Hello, Pepper.
Great. Thank you. I turn around and I relay this information. We have a place to sleep. They're very happy with the fact that we looked after them and helped them.
Double thumbs up.
Okay. I suppose I'm going to be your guest for this time. There's no one else who really can speak the language. I'm a bit of an odd sore out here. So let's go. Yeah.
Yeah, we need some sleep.
They will. He will take you to kind of one of the. There's kind of as I said, these kind of silk houses. There's this one which looks like kind of a village freight tent, if I was to describe it, a bit larger.
Okay.
They'll take you over there, and you distinctly notice there's not more than one floor in these houses. They look like they're not structurally sound enough to maintain that. And you get some odd looks from the humans walking through. Amusingly, the person who looks the most in place here is Zoy's.
Oh.
You see a plethora of creatures around here. No goblins in particular, but you see a kind of more you see a bunch of the underdark creatures. It's primarily these kind of deep humans, but sorry, I just saw a funny picture, but ignore me. It's primarily these deep humans, but you do see a variety of like kind of traders that seem to be coming through this town. And it takes you up to this large trade house, and you see there is a shop out front, and then he kind of brings you to the back rooms. And you see about 6 hammocks in this room. I think this should suffice you. There hasn't been any attacks recently, so you don't have to worry in that regard.
I'm assuming that's from spiders, yeah?
Oh no, the spiders can't get through the web for the gate. It's from the elves.
Oh, at that, Erlen kind of sneaks down a bit.
Once we get to the room, you see Auberon start going through his bag and he starts tapping Erlen on the shoulder.
Yeah.
Can you ask him if he wants to buy this dagger?
I'll do that maybe after we've had some sleep. How about that?
I'd like to point out to you that it's probably like 11 in the morning.
Good
So
point.
he slept at your dad's house and then came here.
That's a very good point. My friend wants to know if you'll buy this dagger off of him.
What is the dagger? What dagger is this?
It's the hypodermic dagger.
He will take it in his hands, just inspect it if you give it to him.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'd like to show him
Clever
the
in its
poison as well.
Clever in its simplicity. I suppose it's kind of like, yeah. I'll take this off your hands for about 5 gold. Actually, no, it wouldn't be gold. It'd be 5 Gemrock.
I don't know what he's saying to me, but would you like to trade it for something else?
Oh, like an item, as opposed to money. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Yeah. I relay this.
Orbon
Okay.
is very much assuming that they're going to have their own currency here because he comes from somewhere else as well.
So, he kind of, yeah, you had presented a interest in the blueprints for the grapples. I'll let you have a look for them if you want. For the dagger, I'll be happy to do that trade.
I tell Orban.
It's like, yes, that sounds excellent.
It seems like you got a deal.
Perfect.
Now,
They're not going to be in the correct language. You're going to have a translator for them.
It's
I'm
fine.
not.
If they're blueprints, he can just like look at them, surely. I'd imagine
Also-
Orbron's smart enough to be able to figure out what's going on.
Once
not,
they
but
finish
Orbon is.
communicating, once they finish talking, Garrick's going to say something to Erilyn to pass on.
I'm going to say that if you want to say anything, just talk to Luca. Just unless you tell me that you are not speaking to me, I just talk normally to Luca. Because otherwise, I have to go. I relay the information. I relay the information.
Well, I was just more stipulating that. I'm just waiting for this current conversation to finish.
We've got like a queue.
Yeah.
So what would you want to say, Garrett?
So I was then gonna say just basically, so what is there around, to do around town? What can we do to pass time? Or is there anything they want help with? Anything we can do for coin or to pay kind of our lodging?
Oh, we've already paid for lodging.
For now, we are okay. We kind of we've done the. We don't want to put any more stress on you guys. If you've done our kindness,
Garrett kind of looks himself up and down and just goes, "Oh, I guess once the information's relayed back, Garrett then looks himself around and goes, no stress. Tell him we can help. Tell him we can help more, if, or at least I can. Or I'm up for getting my hands dirty. I ain't sitting around for another freaking what? How many hours? Like, I'll get bored. Just tell him I want to work."
I suppose what you could do is help with the feasts. We're having the feast of a fresh hunter. We got the some fresh mushrooms we need to start harvesting.
I'll do the
Or
mushrooms.
the cooking in the kitchen. If any of you desire, I suppose you could check out, go assist with some of the spider herding, or maybe you can go harvest some grubs. We'll be happy for assistance everywhere.
Wait, did they
we
say
could try
about going
paying.
to hunt a spider?
Herd a spider.
Herd a spider. Ooh. Garrett kind of like, after hearing about herding a spider, it's kind of like, I like the sound of this. This sounds like a different kind of challenge. Anyone up for it?
Also, if no one desires to do anything, we should have. Well, I suppose you don't have any of the time turners. I've got to give them an actual name. I can't remember the fuck I called
Is this Larry Potter now?
them. No.
Hermione? Is that you?
He kind of like presents it's like a vial, a very Swiss liquid for what you can tell, and it seems to lower through if you watch it, kind of goes, it starts lowering in terms of over time, essentially.
I'm guessing that this is a clock of some sort.
Yes. They don't have sunlight. They can't work off anything else.
So how does it work? Like, what does he need us to do by when?
I'm guessing that when this runs out, you go to sleep, and then you flip it when you wake up, and then you go to sleep again, and then you flip it and you go to sleep, and then you flip it, and you get the idea.
Yeah, basically. We have calibrated this one up for today. Like the easy way to do it is there is a person who comes out every morning, basically says, right, flip your things, and that will just calibrate everyone to the same time of day, essentially.
I'm going to ask a little bit of a pressing issue. How do we get out of here?
Out of the village, there's about 3 exits. The one you came in was the major one. There's one which goes further down the ravine if you go out the back of the thing, and then there's that one which goes over to one of the it's kind of a hub of villages, if that makes sense. So like it's an area you can get to about 3 more human villages on the
There's more than one village down here.
That's
Is it a safe
Wow.
assumption that you guys, between you, have told us everything that this guy said?
Yes.
Okay. So it sounds like they're unaware of the surface.
I mean, if you've got
He was
everything you have,
confused that
you
we
don't-
came from up.
I mean, if you have everything you need down here, and no one has conveniently fallen from the sky.
So, wait, what I'm getting
They
at is when
clearly-
you then ask him, how do we get out of here?
well,
He's
just
not
tell-
going to think, how do we get back up to the surface?
On that, I do turn to him and go, are you aware that there's people above you? Like, high above you? On the surface?
I mean, it's a short joke, what's that then?
He thought I was making fun of his height.
I think that answers the question. I'd love to use the spell daylight right now, but I feel like that would cause absolute bedlam.
But then they use torches, so why did they have to use torches if they've lived out here their entire lives?
Well,
That
that
depends
gives
how
the
long they've
ability
been-
to see in dim light.
I
It doesn't-
imagine that their dark vision is probably an upgraded version of our dark vision, but we can only see about 60 feet.
It would take them thousands of years to adapt to being able to see perfectly
Yeah.
well in the dark. Like I'm talking like thousands and thousands.
We don't know how long they've been here.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean-
going to assume because they can't see, they've not been here that long.
Yeah, I mean, they've still got actual vision. You would have, no, they've definitely not lived in the dark for like
Yeah.
generations and generations and
That's a good
generations.
point.
You played
Um,
Skyrim, yeah, Cameron.
There's
Yeah,
the
they've clearly lived down here a long while to have
Think of the
multiple
Valma.
villages built down here, so it's
Oh,
So
it's
yeah,
clearly-
the Falmer.
When Auberon first came to this continent, was that crater there?
when did Auburn come to this
That was
continent?
probably about 200 years ago.
Yes.
Okay.
So, as a kind of key point, the if you have dark vision, you can see in dim light, even if it's pitch black. So, it's more a scenario that if you want to actually just be able to see like everything in nice light, while you can still operate off of dark vision, it still only gives you a certain level 1
Yeah,
and
like
2. It's kind of
you
horrible
see
to
dim
live
light
in.
like daylight and darkness
Yeah.
like dim light.
Yes. Just wanted to make that point just before. Yeah.
I suppose if we're now looking at doing something,
Mm.
if they have a smith or somewhere that I could work, I would like to enlist someone to help me try and make a grapple.
Abraham will assist.
Otherwise, I will happily go and help cook this feast because I'm proficient
Wait,
in cooking.
Wait, have we had a long rest, or are we not having one now?
Not yet.
well, we can't.
yes.
You can only gain the
We've got to
benefits of a
kill
long
some
rest once
time
per 24
beforehand.
hours, so we're basically just going around. Garrick looks back at Erlen and is just kind of like, "Can you ask him more about this? What was it? The herding of the spider."
Spider. Got these really weird black and white spiders, and they move for some reason.
What?
Spider cow.
Oh. Oh, fuck's sake.
Sounds like a Minecraft mod.
You guys watched Cows and Cows and Cows back in the day? on YouTube?
Okay, what information are you relaying here? I want to confirm.
So he wants me to ask about the spider herding.
Yes.
So I shall ask, but I will not be participating. I don't even know if Erlen's not into spiders or not. I just don't want to be talked at about spiders.
God, you guys really don't know much about a lot of things. Have you been like in a kind of really fucking? Yeah, doesn't matter. So spider herding. It's our mounts, more specifically. We raise them up from their eggs, and we have to make sure that they are trained to allow a rider on. So we've got a recent batch of the younglings kind of have just risen up. So we need to kind of make sure that they're tamed and brought to the right places as well. We need to feed them certain things to make sure they grow stronger in the legs.
Hang on a second. This might be something dumb, but I'm just gonna go. Hey, sorry, no. Do you speak common?
Saying this to the gnome.
Yeah.
I'm unsure on what common is, to be honest.
I start
doubt-
speaking.
no, it
like-
wouldn't make
I'm
I mean, surely to him, common would be undercommon, right?
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Because his.
So if you
he
ask
wouldn't
him that, he
have ever
just starts
heard common.
speaking in undercommon.
Do you speak the Queen's English? Start speaking.
Tally-ho.
It wouldn't make sense though, because he would never have heard anyone speak common. He doesn't even know that the top exists. Like.
Oberon,
I'm Oberon. Hello.
by the way, I will assist you with your grapple.
Didn't we ascertain that he does know what the above is?
No. Because he
He thought you were making
a
a-
joke about his
yeah.
height.
Oh, yeah, good point. Okay. No, that's no.
I mean, to be fair, we weren't aware of them, right?
Very true.
Yep.
No.
So what are we doing right now?
So we're all just trying
Your
to
best.
find different things to do because obviously we can't rest until the day is done. But we might as well, actually look around this place that we've never known before.
Have I got anything I can sell?
Really?
Yeah, Timmy, I'm going to swap my quarterstaff back from Timmy and give him a sling instead.
Oh, I mean, if Timmy needs a weapon, I can give him a short sword.
Oh, yeah, no, that'd be much better. Yeah, give him a short sword.
Awesome, I can actually use the stat max of a fucking skeleton.
No, I've got it now. Because Bailey told me how to use it.
Yeah,
Oh,
you,
yeah.
you can add the creatures to your sheets now. Fancy
Yeah.
stuff, innit?
That's it.
Fancy. I mean, Zoids, if
Um,
you've got nothing to do, you could potentially come and help us try and make a grapple hook.
Oh, sure, why not?
You're quite smart, right?
What, like my intelligence?
Yeah.
It's 17.
Yeah, you're pretty
For
smart.
some reason,
Not
my
as smart as
constitution
me,
is,
but...
my constitution's 19. And I don't know why.
Jesus.
I don't remember this.
That wizard boy got hell.
Why is it so high?
Dummy, don't complain.
I'm not going to
No.
complain, but... Oh, I think it's
Okay.
a racial thing.
Mm.
So, even if James is muted, we're just going to go for the relay composite. So, Garrick, you were looking into wanted to help with the herding of the spiders.
Yes.
Okay, and the rest of you wanted to look into the grapple hook.
Is there also like a market near there that I can go to while I'm helping?
You're in a trade house at this stage.
Oh,
so
fine,
lots,
yeah, I'll just-
like basically you're in the back rooms of that. This is supposed to be like where the guests stay if they come into a
Not the best.
trade with this city,
Can I buy
town. Such a,
something better
village at
than my
most.
current quarter stuff?
not for a cheap price.
Fair enough.
Uh,
As you were.
Better than your quarter staff would be a magical one, and I think
Well, I was
that's like-
thinking, like, can I buy a crossbow? I'm apparently proficient with one. And I'm going to be honest, I don't really want to be getting close to anything. So it makes sense for me to have a ranged weapon in case I run out of spells.
Well, you've got cantrips, right?
Yeah, but, spice it up a bit.
Fair enough.
Let's be honest here, Bailey. The whole time that I have played Zoids, he has hit 2 spells.
I think it's because you've got so many fucking save-based spells.
Yeah, that probably does.
You've not got anything that, like, is a spell attack.
No, I do. Vampiric Touch, that's a cast.
But that's
Yeah.
a
that's
touch
a strange one.
Can I rejig Zoids? Because I apparently don't know what I'm doing.
Sadly, with wizards, not really.
Oh dear.
You can get new spells when you level up.
Thank God.
So, I'd say you probably couldn't get a crossbow simply because of just. I
Leave
wouldn't
it.
imagine.
I'm not proficient with anything else.
To be fair,
I've got crossbow, light, dagger, dart, quarter staff, and sling.
If you were anywhere else, then yes. It just
Nah.
there wouldn't logically be crossbows down here.
No, they wouldn't have a use for it really. Well, they probably would, but it'd be hard to make.
What do you
Wouldn't have any
remember the spell the material cost for learning new wizard spells? 'Cause I could potentially teach you something. He has to spend a
You want me to
monetary.
Google it?
It should be on your spellbook somewhere.
Oh, my spell book.
'Cause you, in theory, can learn every spell on the wizard list. You just have to do it.
Manage spell, add spell? Oh, spell book. Oh, learn. I can just learn
Copying a spell into the book. If it's a spell you prefer.
It's a level 1 spell I would teach him.
For each level of the spell, it's 2 hours and costs 50 GP.
Fuck!
I do not have that
Do
much
we have
money.
50 GP between us?
Doesn't James have a lot of money still?
James has got most of our money.
I mean, I've got 9 gold, but you know.
In all
Aaron-
honesty, I'd be up, like, I could teach you Ray of Sickness if that's on the wizard list.
Do I have? Hold on. Do I have Ray of Sickness? I might already have that.
By the way,
I
Just while
do
we're down
not
here.
have Ray of Sickness. I would love to have that.
What's
and
that,
for the
sorry,
sake of ease,
Yeah.
they have their equivalent currency. Obviously, you've worked out the fact that they have the same one. But for use within spell materials and such like that, it's basically 1-to-1.
Cool.
So, like, you know, if, for example, you get 50 of these, I think, gem rocks, that would work for the spell.
Well,
So,
yeah, I mean,
when
if at some
James
point we
returns,
want to
we'll
do
ask him
that,
if we can
it
steal
is
some
on the
cash.
yeah, it is on
Sorry,
the
I'm
wizard
here.
spell list.
Oh, he's here.
I know,
Jimbo
just
Milady.
just got
I mean,
back.
sorry, Erilyn.
So,
What can I do?
Can I steal? Well, how much gold have you got to put towards this, Auburn?
Am I not just the cash cow that
If you
just
want
helps?
to be, but
I
we
don't
do
have
need
that.
quite a lot.
How
Well,
much?
we need 50.
The big 5
50 gold?
Yeah.
What's it for?
Me learning a new spell.
How much?
How
How,
much have
how
we
much
got?
have we got? But how much have you got?
184.
So if I put, well, I can put 6 in.
I'll put
That's
8 in.
15, 14.
In this trying
9.
time,
I'll put 9. I'll go the whole way. I'll put
You go, yeah, you go the whole
in this
9.
trying time,
that's
Abraham will give
15.
you 3 gold.
Oh my god. That's
18. So that'd be what, 32?
Right, Derek,
the
pay up.
30? Yeah, 32.
Yeah, if we do that, then Zoy's can have a spell.
you go.
Yay.
I've done it.
I need to get rid of 9 gold.
it will take out 2 hours to do this process. So
I do
I'll
not
just
give a
be
shit.
cut.
I'll do it.
In theory, if it's only 2 hours, we can do that and then mess about with grab hooks afterwards, right?
What is it? Ray of Sickness?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's pretty sick. Alright, we'll take it. Learn.
Right.
I've just put it on my thing, Luca, just so you're aware. Even though obviously you said I need to wait.
No, I fully appreciate
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I'm. You have more than 2 hours. I just wanted to,
Yeah.
like,
yeah,
if
yeah.
you're going to cut down your time to doing other activities.
Oh my god, I have to like fiddle
Well,
with my
this
prepared
is-
spells.
While this is kind of happening, obviously I have helped, but Erilyn will just kind of like to wander around.
Sure.
and just check
You were
out
interested
things.
in the mushroom gathering. Were you wanting to do that, or just wandering around? Just wanted
Yeah,
to
no,
confirm?
I'll be interested in the mushroom gathering.
In the meantime, could I ask Aubrey for a favour?
Yeah, what's up?
Would it be possible for you to assist me in adding some spikes onto my shield?
To what end? Like, what are we
Um,
aiming for here?
I
Spikes.
wanted so if someone attacks my shield, that there's a chance that the weapon gets snagged.
Give me 2 seconds, guys.
Tell you what, I think I might be able to do that for you when I level up. Let me
Okay.
quickly research something, and I will get back to you on that.
I'm just going to say, because that's going to be a fairly broken thing to make in terms of
Well, I think I
Yeah.
can do it as well. I think there's a shield I can make as one of my infusions.
Oh yeah, if it's through an infusion or something, yes. But if it's just creating something to, like, I can see a spike shield working. Like, if you want to do like a shield bash or something like that.
Yeah, well, well, if I can't do that, then a shield bash will work for now. Then. And then in the future, I could go on to what is able to be crafted with an infusion?
Luckily, Warranty is a wooden shield. Like, I would have to, like, if it's a scenario if you bash it hard enough.
It's going to break it. I understand that.
Crunch. What am I even looking for? That's what I was looking for. Bloody
Okay.
Artificer list has got too much stuff on it.
Feels like proper D&D for
Oh,
once. Weird.
Don't you hate it when you're trying to paint a model and you drop it?
The paint or the model?
The model.
To be
Bit of
fair, I
work,
think
but
either or is
Yeah.
is pretty bad. Artificer infusion. Right.
In the trying times of this, I'm painting a spider.
I
Oh,
return.
the irony.
Oh,
I
you know
thought the
what?
spider was. Whoa.
You know,
Whoa.
I can make
That's a
some
fuzzy-looking
cool
venom crawler.
shit.
Yeah, if you turn the blur off, we might be able to see it, but
Yeah, give me a second.
Why doesn't it recognize it? I mean, it's not a face, I suppose. So
yeah, it's looking for facial recognition.
yeah, I was like, hold on. Oh, that's not face.
Okay.
There we go.
Tell you what, we'll look into the shield bash thing. I don't think I can make that shield I was talking about until a lot later.
Okay, well, I'll just attempt to make a.
I can, however, make something else, which would be
I hate gold
interesting.
trim.
Sellotapes a knife to it.
I can. Why haven't I done that? Oh boy, I'm dumb. Interesting. 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 Okay. So yeah, I think what we want to do is, if we do the spell, and then we'll have a look at grapple
God damn
hooks, and then I'll try and make an idea for a shield with spikes.
Okay.
For now.
So, can I just confirm for everyone what they would like to do? So, 2 hours are being spent on the. Okay. 2 hours are being spent on the arcane learning. The question is, how long does it give? Can you just cast a spell, really? And
I think I would basically just be like sitting there running through with him how it works, like what you got to chant,
Cool.
how you channel the energy. He'd obviously have to try and convert that from me making a potion into him making it like inert magic, like from himself magic. But I'm sure between us, we're both quite smart. He can figure that out.
you're able to do that. So the first 2 hours are taken up by that. I'd say in total today until dinner, you got about 9 hours. Eating about 8, so you guys go down to about 7. Garrett, you can work on your spider herding.
Yay!
Erin, what is it you wanted to do? I don't want to actually put any pressure into that regard, so if you want to do something, you can.
What, me?
Erin.
Oh, I really thought you said Cameron.
I got a bit confused.
I return.
I think I said it too quickly.
I will be, I will be mushroom. Well,
I'm just gonna go wee, so while you resolve this, just put me like at the bottom.
Okay.
I am going.
Yeah, I saw it. What the fuck?
Yeah.
What's happened?
Cam didn't. The milkshake's model. We'll talk about it later.
So James is getting high.
No, he's harvesting
Shroom,
mushrooms.
shroom picking.
Getting high.
So, but Evelyn will be. So with you, I'm assuming I'm with the. You know what? You know what? Evelyn's going to try and find the gnome again instead of the mushroom picking. Can I go to him?
Yeah, sure. I'm just going to say, and what is it you're wanting to do, Abraham?
Well, Auron mentioned that while he can't do the idea we originally thought of, he said he might have an idea.
Okay. So, are you waiting for Auburn to be finished with the
Yeah,
spell?
so in the meantime,
Can you
I'd like
cast Ray of Sickness? Maybe you can help us.
to... let me double check on my skill sheet. actually.
Just start casting it onto.
We're both just Ray of
Zoids.
Sicknessing Zoids. You've got to feel the spell. To learn it, you have to feel it.
Okay, I don't have it on my spell list, but I can do it if you know what I mean.
Mm.
So maybe I can because I can't physically do it currently, but I know of it.
Because
I
in
can.
theory, if Milkshake knows it, he can do that with Zoids, then I can work on his shield
Well,
Yeah, we'll do that then.
for that first 2 hours.
who's doing what with me?
Abraham just comes up next to you, wraps an arm around you, and he says, "Hey, everyone, I made someone feel sick, boy." And then it goes off into like a montage.
See Zoids running up some stairs, blasting off ray of sicknesses at the top.
Yeah, exactly that.
The rocky music playing in the background.
Fucking hell.
So in that
I'm into
case,
it.
Cameron, are you here? I'm going to do your phrase thing later, just for the sake of ease.
Yeah,
Cameron, are you here?
I think he's gone
He's
to
just,
loo.
he's gone to toilet.
And James is fucked up as well. All right, okay, we're doing your phrase.
Here now. Let's
Right,
go.
so-
Montage,
Dun,
montage.
dun, 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 dun.
Bailey, for Milkshake's thing, do a investigation with extra proficiency.
So, what, double proficiency?
Yeah.
Cool. That's what I like to hear. So that's 15 plus whatever our proficiency is at the moment. 18.
So I go up to 21, no? This is double
No.
proficiency. Okay, sorry.
No, that
Okay.
is plus 7 and then plus an extra 3.
Gotcha. So with that, you are able to, like, you know that you can in theory create like a temporary one fairly easily by kind of like mounting with
Sticking
it
some spikes on it.
well, like a spear onto it,
Yeah,
like a spear tip.
wedge some daggers between the boards.
Sorry, I just had an absolute coughing fit.
Nice.
Yeah. I'd say Milkshake that you could use it as your shield
Well, that's-
essentially as a secondary weapon if you were to do this.
Okay, so
Um,
so it won't be used as a shield anymore.
You can still use it as a shield, but it would have a chance of, because you're now putting it under extreme stresses, not just using
yeah.
it to defend yourself. Like, it would have a chance if you roll a natural 1 whenever you're attacking to break.
Okay.
Um,
Would it be used as a
So-
normal attack, an action, or a bonus action?
it will be a second hand attack. I can't remember what that fucking thing is called.
Yeah, the offhand attack. So if you make an
That's
attack
it.
with a weapon, you could then use your shield as a follow-up.
Yes. And I'd say you probably have the stats of a dagger. I think it would be a good one for that.
I think that's
I'll
fair
add,
for now.
I'll add a dagger onto my things, then I can use that as a reference then.
You can just rename it shield.
Yeah, that's
But
exactly what
you got to remember when you're attacking with a dagger, you can't, on an offhand, you don't have the bonuses to a damage. It's just straight D4.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Better than enough.
It's better than
Well,
nothing, isn't it?
I think I can definitely make something better when we're not in a cave.
Of course. I just think as
Right now I'm
as a
Tony
basic kind
Starking
of
it.
a
I'm
as a
going to
basic
build
thing,
an
I think
Iron
that's
Man
good.
suit.
No, I appreciate it greatly. Oh, bro.
I'm going to build a fusion reactor in here. We're going to have a great time. Sorry, an arc reactor.
James,
Yes.
so you're going to look for the gnome.
Yes.
What is it you would like to do with this gnome?
I would like to ask him some questions about this place. However, also what I will do is basically ask if there's a library. Because I wish to learn how to...
Straight up, he'll tell you he doesn't know what a library is.
Okay, fair enough.
The fuck's a library? No.
Sorry, just quickly.
Is there a place
the
with
same.
books?
He speaks the same language as the as Undercommon, doesn't he? He can speak Undercommon.
Yes,
Is there any way he could teach Erilyn?
it will take some
Not
time.
not in a day.
No, I know, but like even if it's just like basic words.
Rome wasn't built
Learning
in
a
a day.
language.
It takes 8
I mean,
weeks.
Don't get me
Of
wrong, I'm a
in-game
fucking
play.
idiot, but I've learned a fair few Italian words in not a lot of time.
Yeah,
so...
but you can learn phrases probably within a few hours, but you wouldn't be able to convert.
That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying.
In the DM's
5th
guide-
edition does not mechanically have that.
In the DM's guide, says you can normally learn a new language in 250 days.
Jesus fucking Christ.
That-
Even
that's-
longer.
That is
Erilyn,
the
I
entire
tried.
language, though, or like to a point where you're very fluent.
Yes, but I don't want to do the kind of pseudo thing. Like maybe you can learn a word at most.
Yeah. Maybe a
Like
friend.
it's more a scenario of like you're kind of collecting. Just DM mechanics. I'm not going to do half things.
Okay, I'd like to learn the word "I'm friend."
You now learn the. Well, that's going to take you a couple of hours, I'd say. Anything else you're wanting to do with him? Like, what are you actually wanting to discuss with him? Because you could be learning the word "I'm friend."
I want to get a history kind of idea as to why he's the only gnome here. What's going on round here?
Nobody knows.
So you want to know why he's the only gnome?
Fuck's sake.
Yes.
We'll start with that one. Well, so I similar. Actually, no. You said you were from. Oh, whatever. I am from I am from the Caminsbello. There is a small community of us. No, not gnomes. Oh, fuck, they have a name, which is I think like Savasta fucking Surf Nebulin.
Jesus Christ. Okay, bless you.
It's pronounced like it's SVIRFNEBLIN.
I'll be honest, that's nearly what Zoids was.
Definitely. So- We come from the Caminsbello, and I don't know how far down you've been in your life, but it
This
is not
the
a
lowest.
it's the lowest. Fucking hell, you are true. Again, he keeps getting really confused whenever you like mention where the fuck you're from, because he just doesn't understand it. In any
We
way.
need to take him with us.
He go blind. Very
Oh
good.
no.
He's like the new
We had
Timmy.
we had this whole discussion. They still have vision. They still need torches. They would not go blind.
He's gonna
When
be
mine-
the new Jeff.
So, we are, as gnomes, it's not a pleasant experience now. The spiders up here are kind of very leisurely, to be honest. We've got some of the phases and the tarantulas, which are probably the bigger issues, but, you know, they are fairly easy to take down with at least a competent hunting party. Down below, the air is poisonous. The spiders themselves have become they're closer to the mother in terms of strength.
The mother?
He seriously gives you a fucking like, what, you don't know about? Yes, the one who the seven-legged one, the seven-legged beast, the mother, the origin of all the spiders in this cave.
Hang on a
She's
second.
a-
did
We
I
with
not-
Erilyn, or is this just Erilyn?
Just
This is
Erlen.
just me.
Oh,
Didn't
fucking
we
hell.
hear about a thing about seven-legged
Yeah, that was
spider?
what the curse said on the rock that
Yeah.
Abraham broke. Or not curse.
Yeah,
Um,
well, it was basically warning us about the seven-legged
Yeah, that's
beast within.
Yeah, we
I
did
mean-
see a thing about a seven-legged beast down here.
I'd assume that you had heard about them from being an elf like yourself.
Right.
Jow,
We need to get this. We need to get this out of the way now. Erin just goes, pulls out all of her books, pops them down, and goes, "We are from the surface. We don't live under here."
what is this surface?
Erilyn points above and goes, "You know, you've got this ceiling. Above that, we have no ceiling where we're from."
I mean, it's like saying to someone as like, you know, imagine in a fantasy fucking world, you point up.
Right,
And
I'm
saying
gonna.
to
We're basically telling him we're aliens.
Yeah.
Right. On that note, Evelyn will just pull
We
out
are
all
from
the
the
books,
great beyond.
all the books that she owns with images and.
This is where we
Dude,
find out
this
he
is
can't
a
read.
bad slope. This is gonna blow his tiny mind.
Not to mention, he's only speaking Gnomish, so he probably won't understand the book.
Yeah, can't read
As-
any of those.
As I said, I'd be pointing out all the images.
I know, but I'm still still funny.
So much spice. I love it.
Okay, James, roll me a persuasion check to
God.
see if this guy believes you. He also is very shocked about the existence of books, to be honest.
Yes.
We don't talk about.
I suppose they've not got paper down here, do they?
No.
We find one of those nice underground trees like you do in Minecraft.
I was about to say is they just got cave paintings.
Where you could
What do you think the
fashion
blueprints
some
are?
sort- Fashion some sort of like paper out of spider hide.
I think you can make silk.
You've read
Into
Overlord,
paper.
haven't you, Luca?
Yeah.
That's what one of their spider farms is.
Right, well, that was a 2.
Ugh.
That's a winning number.
I still have yet to roll anything above a 10.
Classic.
No,
See him,
rolled a
like-
23 earlier.
He
Yeah,
is
I wasn't
actually,
rolling a 10.
give me an advantage because of the simple fact that you have books. Like, you know,
Thank you.
it does give some credence.
Oh, oh
I
no,
have
18.
the facts.
18. That rolled off a 5.
Oh.
I see. Interesting. So, how is it you got down here? I'd always prophesied that there must be something wrong because the heat we have can't naturally. Yeah, but how'd you get down here?
Our professor. So what actually ended up happening is we fell. We didn't mean to come down here. Evelyn explains the whole ordeal. I'm not going into full depth.
I see. Well, this makes some things make sense. I mean, as I said, the elves you will encounter down here are genuinely aggressive. They praise they praise their mother, and the mother is a have you heard of a divine beast?
Oh, good lord.
It's a bit culty.
Yes. Well, we don't personally believe it ourselves, but even we know that this creature isn't just a creature; she is something above, and
What you said
it's
about
it's a beast of Lolth. If you've ever heard of her.
a beast of what?
Lolth.
Okay, everyone's gonna quickly look through books.
You would not have heard of Lolth.
Love. No.
I keep hearing it as love, and I'm just like, Evelyn has never heard of
Yeah.
love. This is so sad.
It's probably my pronunciation of it. It's a bit weird. Lolth. Lolth.
I don't think it's your pronunciation. I think that's just how it is pronounced, and it's just a weird word.
Shrek is life. Shrek is life.
But yes,
Ooh.
God.
That's oh boy.
the elves down there, they pair themselves well, ish. Spiders still eat the elves, but they are close. There's creatures. There's a combination of both and such.
So are you saying that they rely on each other? So are
Yes.
they symbiotic?
Yes. Well, in theory, humans do as well. Always are. Well, I'm not really a large fan of it. It's a bit strange to me that the humans even do it, but the humans discard their corpses into the ravine. It's to feed the mother. She's at the bottom.
Right. And is this for like religious practices or just because?
I think it's a dual-purpose thing. I think religious practices, you don't want to piss her off. And
That makes sense.
you
Like a
also
peace
need to
offering.
dispose of your corpses somehow down here.
That's true. That's
Not
true.
down here.
Funny
Just
enough,
need to
have you
dispose of
had
your
any
corpses.
Funny enough, have you ever had just random corpses appear? Because of like, obviously, if we're above, do any of them make their way down here?
No. I wasn't even aware. I mean, again, I thought we were the furthest up we could be.
Oh no. We fell. Erlen's just trying to count with her hands. About 500 feet.
Oh, So
Actually,
close,
I
yeah,
know
so
that I'm
what?
not here, but quick question:
Hmm.
Would these people, would they dig?
Probably
Um,
not up.
That's the thing. Why would they never just dig up?
Why not?
If
Why
you're
would they
digging
want to
up,
collapse in
you're
on
way
themselves?
more likely to cause a cave in.
Well, if it's a massive cavern, and there's a
Don't
bit of
fuck with the
roof.
structure already.
Yeah, it's fair.
Dylan, if you were to dig up one where there is a
Very
ravine which like allows you to naturally like go many places, and they basically form most of their towns there. Also, if you weren't aware of something being above you, would you dig up to it? If you just think it's pure stone above you.
No, it's true, I suppose.
And there's also the other thing of this isn't Minecraft. You can't just dig blocks out and go straight
No,
up.
no, I know, of course. But
We're
like,
gonna nerd pole into the sky. We're going to
I-
space.
that's not what I'm saying. What I'm suggesting is like,
They do the bucket trick as well.
how,
you know.
how did
And the-
how did people first discover things like iron and copper and tin and stuff like that? They'd have had to dig.
Yeah,
No,
we
Yeah,
didn't
but
dig
that's
up.
they,
along
they
with surface
down,
level.
didn't
No, of course.
they? They
but
never
how-
went, let's go up.
Right, hold on. Yeah.
Well, you also need to consider that the bit that we fell in was obviously a giant crater,
Oh, that's
which
a good
was
point. So it would
magically
have been...
sealed. So they wouldn't have been able to go through that. So there would have been like a very large portion of just stone that they would have had to go through.
Shit, that's a good point. Or it would have been even higher up
So yeah,
Yeah.
to break the surface. Shit, that's a really good point. I hadn't thought of that.
Not to mention, aren't we right on the edge of the coast here?
this is also true. We're probably under the sea right now.
So
Oh,
this,
that is-
Yeah, yeah, Dylan. Fucking hell, you could think about it. They might have digged to the surface.
could have
just got
drowned
water
themselves.
to drown.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest.
Oh my God,
I'm not
imagine
gonna
that.
talk for the rest of the session.
I think
we're-
we're,
we're-
I think we're having this. Imagine we're
I get
having this
made to feel
discussion while you're learning the spell,
Most
and we're just like,
stupid
yeah.
fucking person.
but could you imagine though that this place is so deep that they dig up into the ocean, and instead of drowning themselves, they just drain the
Drain
ocean.
the ocean.
Dylan,
What?
I love you.
You know,
So,
you know
I
when you
don't
see a
feel very
bathtub
enough,
and you
I'm
see a
not gonna lie.
spider float to the surface.
Someday why I love you.
Can you imagine like a shit ton of spiders floating to the top of the sea?
What the hell?
No, that would be spooky. You want a giant dead spider.
Dylan, the
It-
reason
yeah,
I love
as-
you is
instead
because
of this-
Neanderthals on the dad 1,000 years ago.
Instead of the
What,
ocean
sorry?
like turning red or something, it's just black. It's just.
I didn't hear you, milkshake. What was that?
The reason why I love you is because Neanderthals on the dad 1,000 years ago.
That is very true.
Okay, so
Derailed enough.
no, I think it was a valid conversation to have.
No, absolutely.
Yeah,
a
I mean,
genuine question.
Well, no, I imagine we were having that in, like, in character. You know, we're making the
Well,
spell,
that
and
makes
we're
sense.
just like, yeah, we'd probably drown if we went up.
Because, yeah, we would have had to have thought about it, because why would we... Why wouldn't they have found the surface?
Yeah, but I like that Aaron
I
is
like
having
that
this
now it's a
conversation
valid
with the
question. You guys all shouted and well, not shouted, but you laughed at me and you were like, "Oh, look,
Well,
this
we
fucking
also need to
bloke."
consider we never went down,
But
right?
Wait,
we
with
never
regards to
found
what?
them, so they never found
Yeah.
us.
This is also true.
Fair.
Someone
You know
dug
what?
that.
It's just
Someone
a
dug that
coincidence.
quarry and then stopped.
or the crater.
No, someone
Yeah, the
probably
crate.
found them and went fuck that, and then sealed
I
it
thought
up.
it was a magic thing.
It looked magic, yeah,
Yeah.
and then it was sealed with magic.
Oh, who knows what's going on anymore? Just carry on. Ask questions. I'm done with being made. The
We'll
piece of
find out
shit.
later.
I
We'll
love
find
you,
out
Dylan.
later, probably.
I love you too, man.
Well, I've got to do. I do have a question here. How long can everyone else go here? And it was just one.
I mean, I've said two for my cut-offs, but
I'm
if-
happy.
if
to
you're
go
at a
for the
natural
finish.
pause, then
I've got about 20
I-
more minutes. if
I'm
that.
with Dylan. Yeah, I'm with Dylan.
Is it worth just going until we do our long rest?
or
Let's do
do
that.
or are we at a natural rest?
I wouldn't say so. I go, just to get some stuff out of the way. I think we can
That's
just do a great, very quick kind of just.
Okay,
Yeah,
guys, no
I
more
mean,
making
I-
fun of Dylan.
I think
learning
the
another
only thing
spell?
really is because I'm
Yes,
going.
you've learned Ray of Sickness.
Yeah, I've already
Yeah.
learned that. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, other than the spider hunt, the spell learning, I think Erilyn is the longest with just talking with the gnome.
Okay. James, do you have any? Say for now, just one more question.
Hmm. How long has this city been around?
It's more like a town slash village kind of size. This area.
Good point. Well, that, but the same
That's just
question.
pedantic.
What's it made of? Is it like carved into the rock?
It's silk, like hardened silk. Like they look like they've
Yo,
mixed.
that's fucking dope.
It's like a jungle gym.
Basically, yeah.
Huh.
The city in this town in this location, not long, but this town in general, I think about 600 years. They told me
Right.
it's
nice.
it's
Wow.
mobile. I mean, they have to be mobile, of course. I mean, I suppose maybe you have more solid structures on the surface.
Yeah, we made things of, and Evelyn pulls out a bow and points to this wood.
Interesting. We have to use the spiders. Near the
Well,
map.
this
there.
comes out of a thing called a tree, which is a plant, and I'm assuming the only plants you get down here are fungi.
It is literally
Indeed.
like talking to an alien.
Meatball.
Yeah.
He's like never even heard of a tree. This is mad.
Erilyn just goes up to him. Mate, you need to touch grass.
No, we it's due to the I mean, you can see these tarantulas. They like to invade the large spaces. We try to put up the fences, and that's what and he points to the probably the big broke fucking fence essentially. That's why those exist. We can take them down quickly and put them up quickly, depending on how well the defenses are going. Yeah, we were hardly mobile. There is, I can only think of two places that probably been around longer. The city of the Sacred Order, which is a bunch of raving lunatics. Do not go to them if you can avoid it.
Isn't that what they thought that milkshake was? Abraham,
Yes.
sorry. Yeah, okay.
Them and well, I believe I've never been down there. Nor, if you think the Sacred Order are people to avoid, the actual Drow city down here is, I believe they both came around the same time from what we've been told.
So the drow are like the elves.
Yes,
Just thought
from
I'd
how
get
he's
that
hinted.
wrong.
Yes. They've been around for about 3,000 years, from what we've gathered. Could be wrong.
Wait, that makes sense.
Okay.
Well, I think that's all I want to ask for now.
So we'll jump to Garrick, because Garrick is doing the weird thing.
Weird.
So Garrick, you're out in a pasture. They offered you a cowboy hat, but I don't know if you wanted to take it.
Oh, he does have the antlers on. But Garrick's gonna just put that in his bag and put on the cowboy hat. He's getting into this.
How many gallons?
It's about 5 gallons. It's a 5-gallon. It's made out of silk, by the way. It's beautiful. Like, it feels really light on the head.
Ooh.
And in front of you,
It kind of knocks on their hat and like a bit too hard. It's like not much protection.
you see that there is actually a few of these humans around. You probably see, I don't know. Yeah, probably just be a few humans around this spider, and they've not vocally said anything to each other or you. They seem to be working to each other with nods. Yeah.
Okay.
They're very much the quiet type, and I'd say that the gnome probably gave an introduction, saying, "Oh, he wanted to help with this," and in front of you, you see kind of one of these spiders. It's a bit smaller than the rest, and you see that it's kind of leaning backwards, like looking at you, kind of like looking like it's going to start left or right. And I'd like you to, and you've been given a lasso made out of silk.
Excellent.
I'd like you to give me a dex check. See if you can lasso this spider.
Just a straight dex.
Yep.
Excellent.
I want you to all know that if I had to live in a world where I had to lasso spiders, I'd cry.
Boy.
This entire campaign is just torture to James.
Was that
No,
Garrick
this
lassoing
part, yeah.
himself?
That's a 4.
Finds himself up somehow. Oh no, I've been hog-tied.
You
Spider rides in.
swing the lasso, you throw it, and it just darts to the left. It's a fairly quick boy, and you see it kind of like trying to scuttle up the wall. It kind of just drops, just like, oh, it makes a weird noise.
Most
Oh, when
accurate spider I've ever heard.
Instantly, I'm much less scared of this spider, and I don't know why.
I think Bailey, if we ever get the chance, and obviously it's copyright properly, we should get the 8-legged freak fucking spider noises in this fucking game. Okay. So this creature darts to the left. You can pull in your lasso fairly easily. And you see the two humans are watching. They go give a disapproving nod.
Not
you
angry,
wanting
I'm
to
just
try?
disappointed.
Are you wanting to try again?
Oh, hell yeah.
We're not with Garrick, are
Dex
we?
trick.
No. Garrick is gonna become a fucking cowboy.
I would have enjoyed watching
Or
this.
spider boy, I suppose.
Come on, baby! That's better, 18.
Interesting.
18?
You could still be referred to as cowboy.
You swing your lasso. You're able to get a hook around, and you're able to get around the torso. Like you kind of like you see the spider was trying to like flick upwards with its front 4 legs to kind of like present, and you're able to get the lasso over. And you see the humans are giving very positive nods at this stage. And are you going to approach the spider?
Well, I kind of been watching what they've doing. How have they just been basically hog tying them? Or
It looks like what they were doing is they managed to get the lasso, kind of hold down the rope so they can't go upwards, essentially, from what you can see, and trying to calm it down and trying to get on the back and make sure it doesn't butt them. See if you can try to get it calm with it. So, are you trying to attempt this?
yeah, I'm gonna try and attempt what they're doing. Hell yeah.
Okay, give me a strength check to see if you can hold the spider down.
Garrick's gonna rage for this.
Okay.
After I'd imagine after the first lasso, it's like fuck, gets it tied up and is now like angrily trying to do it. So, just
Accidentally
strength
Strength
ripped the
check.
spider's legs off.
with advantage because I'm now raging. Thank God. 24.
24. You're able to keep the spider down and to get to the side of it, and you're able to put your legs across it. I'd like you to
Hell
give me an animal handling check.
Oh no.
Hell yeah! Oh no.
Hell yeah. Okay, it's +5. So 13.
You're able to. It's bucking you. It's trying to get you off. You're staying on for now, and you see. You think that if you're able to get through 2 more for about 12 more seconds, you can probably get it calmed down. So I'd like 2 more animal handling checks.
Oh no. Why? You want to just roll with advantage and just take both of them?
Yeah, that's
Oh.
pretty good.
Animal handling?
Yeah.
So I know it's not one or the other. So a 10 roll, so 19 becomes 24. That's what, +5, so 24 and 15.
24 and 15. You keep it down. You're able to stay on, and you see it calm down. You see the spider kind of lays down on its legs, and you're able to take a step off. And you see the humans are giving you positive nods and giving you a thumbs up as well.
Hell yeah. Garrett, do I kind of have control of the spider now?
I wouldn't say so yet. You just can't. You just calmed it down. Like it's now not resisting. And
Okay.
you see the humans at this stage will basically give you a nod and try to ask if they could take the rope from you.
Yeah, I'll working as efficiently as I can with them, do a swap.
Perfect. They take the rope and you see them kind of take it back. He gives you a nod, pat you on the back. And it's going to slip you 5 gem rocks.
5 what?
Gem rocks.
Gem rocks. Ooh. Garrett getting rich, baby. And he don't even know what it is.
He's earning that premium currency. 5 gems. Ugh.
My favourite thing here is that every time Cameron does anything, he ends up doing a side quest. So we've had Bonzu's movement to revolution. Now we've got Garrick's spider taming. I honestly don't know what's going to happen next.
What was it called? Sorry, a gem
Rock.
rock. Thank you. 5 of them, yeah.
Yes.
Is that the equivalent of a gold piece then?
Yes.
We don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, if you want to store it
No, we do
easily,
know,
you
'cause
can
he said it was 1-to-1.
add them as Electrum. Just we're never going to use that.
Maybe you will. You don't know yet.
Like, oh wow, this ancient Electrum coin.
Yes, James.
I was going to say it's your campaign. We're not getting to that.
Okay, so after Garrick's fun cowboy adventure,
Cowboy adventure.
we jump back to the three of you. Abraham, you got your bladed shield. I'd say both of you have your rare sickness has been passed along, and Oberon, I think, yeah. So the three of you, what would you like to do?
I believe the plan now is to have a go at making a grapple.
Okay, so imagine we'll go over to the gnome as well.
Yeah,
He
we'll
was the
go
one who
find
had-
the gnome. I'll have Zoe translate for us.
Actually, Erin is still there. Because Erin was talking to the gnome with the questions about the deep.
Actually,
Whereas-
one thing that Oberon would have been thinking about is he's mentioned the elves a lot. Could I do a history check to see if I know anything about these elves? Because obviously we discussed Oberon's dad used to hang around here for a little bit when he was young. Wondering if he's
Oh.
heard any stories.
Give me a history check.
Ugh.
Do it a +5 extra.
On top of my regular.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's not too bad. 21.
21? Okay.
21?
Just beating the 20 barrier, I'd say you can get it. So, what you know is you're not exactly sure on the major details of it. You know that there was a battle between Polchania and the 5 elven states. And you probably can correlate the fact that this was probably Erin had mentioned the prophets before. And in a basic detail, you always thought it was kind of a bit of a extreme analogy, you know, it didn't sound about right. You vaguely remember a story about a war happening and a very, very powerful human was declaring, and the elves managing to pull a trick, casting basically a barrage of spells onto this prophet, to the stage of the weld crumbled and opened to the mouth below. You also know that caught in these spells, because of the deception needed, were both sides of the armies, the elven armies and the human.
I think remembering this, Oberon was just like, oh. I think I just figured out why everybody's down here. That's fine. Let's go find the gnome. It's like, oh fuck. Shit's fucked. We're in a bad place. We've got bad times. Why do we do these things?
I love these little revelations that Oberon seems to just keep having.
What's really funny, most of the time he keeps it to himself, so he's just got all these
And this inner
stresses.
monologue.
But I imagine you two just hear him say that, and then he just sort of stalks off.
I kind of want to see how many times we have to do this until Auburn has like a full mental breakdown.
I think we're past that. I think that's happened.
Oh dear.
But yeah, I suppose we'll go and find this gnome now.
Yeah. You go in, you can find basically this hut that gnome exists in, and you see, James, you would have seen this already. Kind of, it's got a bunch of work desks and such.
Yeah.
And he seems to have tools that are made out of precious gems, and the the handles are either kind of silkish or they look like they've been crafted from like stone, essentially.
Hmm.
You also notice there's a third that seems to be made out of grout with lava buckets next to it.
Whoa, crazy.
Okay, and how to get rid of that inside joke.
There's also, you know, a little pool of lava and a little pool of water, two blocks apart. Whoa.
Right. And basically, if you just go to, are you asking them anything particular, or just want to talk to me about the blueprints?
Yeah, I think we just want to talk about the blueprints and have a crack at them.
Sure. So it presents to you a slate, essentially. Like, this looks like something he's worked on in terms of like a slate of stone. And looking at it, this is all in Gnomish.
Yeah.
So like all the numbers or everything is in Gnomish, like numbers and Gnomish like text. And it's like, so I'll be happy to trade this for your dagger. I'll be curious to see how that thing works. The primary concept is with this the silk. It needs to be filtered into the gauntlet itself. It basically can be very durable while being very flexible as well. I don't know if you could ever use. I don't. But from what I've gathered from other materials, I've tried to using the trying to form it from the fungus or something. It's just not flexible enough to really use the grappling hook. It goes with the concept of you have this gauntlet that the rope kind of feeds up your elbow, and there's like a little pulley at the end of your elbow.
Right.
Right, I'm gonna have to go.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I'll probably have to leave in a second as well.
So he gives you explanation. You say if you give it a bit of investigation or whatever, over a long rest, you probably could work it out.
Well, I mean, if I've got Zoy's here translating it, could we potentially just like ramshackle one together with bits we've got?
I wouldn't say so. Just simply from like it's fairly like, it's got a decent amount of things. You probably would have to put at least I think about 3 hours just to get one to be functional.
Well, we've got that time, don't we?
Yes, that will probably get to about dinner time at this stage, I think.
Yeah, I mean, if we
maybe a couple hours.
We just have a crack
Cool.
at it.
Do that.
So-
Have some dinner, go to bed.
I've got a quart of stuff. I'm happy to cannibalize if we need some wood.
Yeah, you're welcome to have mine.
Yeah. So just as a basic description, you guys can do that. You can get a grapple hook. I'll come up with the stats for it for the next session. Whatever. It's not going to be a very good one. It's just a simple climbing one.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
This will allow you to basically you can climb up walls a hell of a lot easier, essentially.
Right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna give my
Um,
character a long rest, Luca. Okay.
Of course. You guys are going to get invited to a dinner of spider and fungus stew,
See you later, guys.
and you guys are the guests of honor. Who basically just say, "Oh, they have helped us. Thank you for doing it." And the gnome is basically just introducing you all. And yeah, you have a nice hearty dinner, and you go to bed.
Yeah.
Nice.
The only other thing I'd like to do, but we don't have to do that right now, is I'd like this gnome to have a look over my gun and see what he thinks about that.
Yeah. Okay. Makes sense.
Cool. So
Okay.
we're happy to do a long rest then.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yes.
I want you all to know that I've been doing gold trim the entire session, and I still
Oh.
haven't finished it.
I'll do-
that's amazing.
I'll do Dylan's one.
2 words. Suffer.
Uh,
Bitch.
Not suffer, but why?
yeah. Well, that was fun. You know, we murdered a spider. We found some cave people.
I'd like to point out that Garrett got us there.
We found out that we're all gonna die later.
No, you found that out.
No, I think James found that out.
Fair.
Well, you know, I heard the words divine beast. I'm like, isn't that pretty similar to that thing that almost killed us in Amaran? And that wasn't a
look at it.
proper one.
Don't look at Abraham again.
That was a pretend
Every-
one. Oh.
Right, well, it's been a pleasure. It was
Yes.
good fun. I enjoyed my
Yes.
cowboy and spider wrangling.
And I had to go thoroughly in depth for that one.
Just wasn't where I expected it to go, but I loved it and I was here for it.
Yes, I think that is it for Dare's Vault today, peeps. Next one is on the 28th. So, bye.